Hey, we are on.
Check 1 2.
On. I can't hear anything. Nothing. Test. Test.
Check 1 2.
Hey, check 1 2. Yeah, I can hear.
Are we on?
Yeah. Yeah, give him that. Yeah. Test 1 2 3. Eastside Catholic is on offense. It is 2nd and 2. And they are going to the west or east.
Check 2. All right.
Broken up.
All right. Welcome to Sparks Stadium. This is Rick Dupree along with John Yasutaki. Rainier Avenue Radio's coverage of the 3A state championship football game. And John, things just underway. The opening kickoff, Yelm took it 3 and out, punted it. And now the Crusaders have the ball 3rd and about 2 to go on the Tornadoes 42-yard line.
Yeah, as we said, that first series, they featured Mr. Ronquillo, their ace back, trying to get him outside, but they shut it down.
Kyler Ronquillo, the coach's son for Yelm, and there was nothing doing that first drive.
None at all.
Nowhere to go.
None at all.
So 3rd down, some movement, but the handoff and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, breaking through the line, Isaiah Patterson to drop the runner for a loss. And we are on the Yelm side of the stadium, and it is packed over here, and they are vocal and supportive of their Tornadoes.
Undefeated, 2 undefeated teams.
2 undefeated teams. We'll get into that in just a little while here and give you kind of the setup. And that tackle for a loss is going to force Eastside Catholic to punt it. The ball's on the 44, but Coach Dominic opting to punt. And it's going to be a short kick coming down at about the 15-yard line and fielded right there at about the 5-yard line by Ronquillo, and he is knocked out of bounds immediately.
Yep. No, he's like I said, when we talked about it, feature number 5 is their feature back. He does it all: runs, receives, takes kickoffs, punts, etc. And fortunately, these 2 teams have made it this far, Rick, and they're not doing anything different than they've done all year that got them here as undefeated teams.
Yeah, and why would you? You know, if you're
right?
coming in 13-0, you know, I'm like, I ain't doing nothing different. What I'm doing is working, and that certainly is the case. So the Tornadoes with the ball 1st and 10, their 2nd possession on their own 10-yard line, and the handoff up the middle, stutter step, and then cutting outside, looking for some room is a Braden Platt, and Platt gets some positive yards there. The fans on this side of the field show their pleasure with that run of about 7 yards, I think.
Yeah, 7 yards. East side is in their standard 4. They'll break it down and reduce it to a 3-man front, but their basic defense is a 4-3, and sometimes make it 4-4. They'll bring the defense back. What it looks like they're running. Remember, we talked about 2 high safeties, 2 safeties. Most teams do that.
And they're gonna stack it up. They're trying to make it tough for Yelm to run inside, and then dare them to go outside and see if they can match their speed that this defense has.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and looking to go to the air. Pressure, and quarterback is going to get rid of it, and it's going to be picked off. Oh, no, check it. A reception. Oh, my goodness. Coming back, Alex Carter, the junior, and made the catch. And I tell you, what a play by the QB there, Damian Alona. And Alona was in the hands of a defender. Going down and got rid of it. I thought the ball was picked off, but check that. I stand corrected. Onyx Carter came and made the catch, and so the first down for the Tornadoes, trying to mount a drive here on the close to the 25-yard line.
Eastside's in a 3-man front now.
And so quarterback keeper on the left side, and he's going to be tackled forward. Tackle made by Skylar Shute.
No, that's that Wildcat. They got Ronquillo running the ball out of that quarterback.
Direct snap to Ronquillo,
Short, or you can call it a pistol or shotgun. I call it a shotgun. I was corrected by my brother. He called it a pistol. So at least it ain't a machine gun.
Okay, well, we'll call it the Wildcat. How's that? Okay, and so that was a pickup of, I'm trying to see, about 6 yards. So we got a 2nd and 4. Ball's on the 31-yard line.
Now they're in a pistol now. They got 2 spread out, left and right, 2 wide receivers, but 3 in the backfield.
And off right up the middle, and maybe a couple of yards met by a number of white jerseys there, and not a lot doing there. Eastside Catholic, good defense. And again, John, they're going to make it. They're going to force Yelm to do one of a couple of things: either run the ball outside or put the ball up in the air. Because, like you said, they're stacked in the middle. They are going to make sure that Yelm's not going to get many yards between the tackles.
That's exactly it. And you got to take one aspect away. Take away the middle, make them go outside. Take away the outside, make them go to the middle. Either one. The thing is, like I said, Eastside Catholic doing nothing different. Their defensive configuration is something we've seen all year. So they will change and go to a four-man front, and we go reduce, which means they'll take one guy off the line, a defensive line, and make it 3. So now they've got their normal 4, and they got a 4-4-4-5 with 2 high safeties.
And there's a penalty on that play. So 2nd and 8, and a handoff up the middle. Braden Platt, the junior running back, is the workhorse for Yelm. He gets a ball off the right side, and he takes it out to about the 29. So that's going to make it 3rd and a long 5, maybe 6 yards.
6 yards to go. Yeah, that was a very short yardage gain. Again, it's pretty obvious. Yelm was probing along that line of scrimmage. They will start going, as they say, their playbook is going to include getting number 5 and getting their guys outside.
If they can, no doubt.
They can.
And Platt, the leading rusher, averages 109 a game. And the handoff to Platt, he comes on the left side. He may have some room, but no, the penetration by the defense. He's going to be stopped for a loss back at about the 26.
Yep. They got penetration on that side. Again, they're trying to run to the outside, trying to break down the defense to the outside.
Well, I think that's what Coach Dominic Daste wants. His team probably a little bit more athletic, a better team speed, and so trying to force them to try to get outside and they can get the corner. And do they have the speed to do that? Now, Eastside Catholic's got to get somebody out. So, they finally do. They had at the bottom of a
gunner
here.
Man. Oh, nice kick.
So the punt, high punt, is going to be fielded at the no fair catch. And, a great play there. And still on his feet, running down. It's Tyson Weaver.
He got hit. He took a hit.
And I tell you what, the Weaver, I thought he was going to fair catch it because he had a defender right there. Yep. The defender let it get away, and Weaver took it down the right sideline.
He broke several tackles along that sideline, which is really amazing.
And they're going to spot it at looks like the 36-yard line of Yelm. So with 5:19 left to go here in quarter number 1, the 3A state championship game, Eastside Catholic Crusaders, Yelm, the Tornadoes. We're here, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Rick Dupree along with John Yasutaki.
Here we go.
And out of the gun, looking to his right, the pass low. And we'll talk about this in just a moment. So the low pass, but I think brought in, it looked like, if I'm not mistaken, that was Jaden Reyes, number 3, the receiver. And so the field, about 2/3 of the field or 3/4 of the field is in the sun. But about 1/3 of the field on the sideline from end zone to end zone was covered with snow, and they were out trying to shovel the snow, get it off the field, but there's still some residue on this one side, which is on the Yelm, right in front of the Yelm sideline and out to where the yard markers are. So 2nd down, and the pass, receivers open, the pass just over his head. Oh, just missed him. John, I tell you what, he had him. That was I
told you. Eastside Catholic was one of the few teams I saw this year that dominated games with their pass. Believe it or not, they made their last 2 games. Their average was about 45 yards on passes.
And Brady McKiller had his receiver Brandon. I know I'm going to mess up the last name here. Ganesh Morthy.
Yep.
Morthy. I'll just call him Brandon, and incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd down, and there was a penalty on that 1st down play. So it took it back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 to go. McKeeler back looking. Now he's scrambling. And he's got some room on the left side. But, a good open field tackle there. I believe that was number 30, if I'm not mistaken, William Corrado.
Corrado, right. Number 30.
So Corrado stopped what would have been a large gain as it was about a 3-yard pickup down to just inside the 35-yard line. Called the 34, the nose of the football touching there. So 4 and about 6 or 7 to go. I'll call it 7.
They're going for it.
The killer in the gun's got 2 receivers to his right, split out.
But they also quick kick out of this too.
Yeah, they do. They do. So Sid McKeeler, 5 on the play clock, 4, 3. And they snap it. They're going to run the play. He's looking to his right. He's got a receiver open down the middle, high, a little bit too high. He was looking for Gabe Hoffman, his big tight end at 6'6", and just overthrew him there. So that'll be a turnover on downs, and Yelm gets out of a jam there because Eastside Catholic had great field position and was just not able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and this is interesting. This is 3 punts and a pass play on board.
Yeah.
And these are 2 of the highest scoring teams in the state, and there have been 3 punts and 1 failed fourth down.
Right, yeah, so far. So we've got 4:15 left to go here in quarter number 1. Yelm takes it over on their own 34-yard line. This will be the 3rd possession.
Yep.
And the first one was 3 and out. Last possession, they got a couple of first downs and looked like they might try to mount a drive, but Eastside Catholic stopped it.
They saw that one.
Quick screen going out and nowhere to go. Kyler Ronquillo had nowhere to go.
Yep. They scouted them very well.
Yeah.
Because you saw the linebacker running over to that side because you knew.
Kind of knew, yeah.
They were going to try to force it outside on the short side of the field.
One of the things we've talked about, both of these things that we have not seen Yelm. We obviously have seen Eastside Catholic quite a bit over the years, and you have this year. And well coached. They're not going to make mistakes. They are going to the scouting report. They're going to know what their opponent is doing, and we saw evidence of that there. 2nd down, and Alona looking. He's got a receiver over the middle, and he hits his running back Braden Platt. And Platt, that's going to be short of the first down, but close.
Very close. Very close.
It depends on where the spot is. It looks like I think I see a flag. Yep, flag on the field and back in the backfield. I think it's going to be a hold. Yep.
It's going to be holding.
So that's going to come back.
Well, what happened was the Eastside Catholic linebacker was reading screen, and he ran back to the back, and the quarterback changed up and threw down to the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Well, it takes that long. Somebody's going to be holding.
Yeah, and well, what they call receiver downfield. Same thing. Because again, what happened, like they were expecting the screen, the quarterback ended up holding the ball longer and a line downfield. So that'll be a big penalty, taking the Tornadoes all the way back to the 23-yard line, I believe. So it's going to be 2nd and a long way to go.
Yeah,
that's just it.
Almost to Poughkeepsie, right?
Well, they've got to get all the way out to the 44-yard line, and they're right now on the 23. So what is that, about 21 yards to go? And handoff right up the middle, looking for some running room there, William Corrado.
Nope.
And not a lot on that left side, the right side of the Eastside Catholic defense, John, and they're saying nothing doing here.
Both of these teams got here by playing stout defense and efficient offense.
Yeah.
No mistakes, no stupid penalties, silly penalties, that kind of thing. And turnovers,
3rd and a long way to go, and quarterback Damian Alona's got 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, his right side of the field, or the right side of the field, I should say, his right side. He's looking to the right, and now he's going to scramble up, and defense is there, and a couple of guys with the sack there. Yep. That is number 12, David Lene.
Yeah. Eastside Catholic changed up their D. They went 3 deep. In other words, 3 defenders deep. So that makes it a little bit harder to throw the ball that far down,
Yeah, and Alona had nowhere to go. And so that's going to make it 4th and a mile to go. And so Eastside Catholic, again, will have great field position. And their receiver is on just by midfield on his own 48-yard line. And we'll see where he has to go. And a flat, I believe that's going to be too much time to lay a game. Oh, check it. False start.
Yeah.
False start on the Tornadoes. So that's going to take it 5 yards further back. And, John, I tell you what, we have played this first quarter here. Only a minute 50 left to go on the Yelm side of the field. And Eastside Catholic has not been able to take advantage of it yet.
Well, both of these teams seem to neutralize each other with some good defense.
All right, so 1:47 now. The clock is ticking. High snap, but he feels it. Horrible kick. And off the side of his foot, and it's going to bounce down right about the 20, maybe shy of the 25-yard line. So Eastside Catholic is going to have great field position.
21 or 22. Well, that pressure
Yeah, it's a bad snap and then pressure, and the punter
trying.
and he did a good job getting it off, not getting it blocked, not getting tackled back for a huge loss. But again, not a lot. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. So Eastside Catholic coming into this possession with great field position, and this is something, John, in a game like this, you have to take advantage of an opportunity like this.
Yeah, offense brings the fans, defense wins the game. Kicking game wins the championship. That's a kicking game era right there.
So Brady McKeeler in the gun. He's got his running back, Richie. I'll just leave it at that. Richie behind him. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. No.
Wide's right there. Tight line, single back. Yeah.
And looks like we got a timeout there. So some confusion and kind of not sure. So, John, while we have a timeout here, I will mention this over the last 10 years, and this is just an incredible statistic. This is the 7th time Eastside Catholic has been in the state championship game over the last 10 years. The last 4 times they have been in it, they've won it. 2019 over O'Day, 2018 over O'Day, games that you heard right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. 2015 and 2014, they beat Bellevue, and 2013 and 2012, they lost to Bellevue. So Eastside Catholic has made this season-ending game a regular in their schedule, and looking for a good point. Yes, it is Yelm's first ever here.
Been in the playoff, but this is the
first trip to the state championship game.
To the championship. These kids at Eastside Catholic, mom and dad says, we'll make our plans to make travel during, the championship.
Right. Yeah, right after that. We know we're going to be around into Thanksgiving, so don't go anywhere. So now Eastside Catholic, one of their top running back, Mason Uribe, suffered a knee injury, but Richie, who is now in there and who has the ball running up the middle on the left side and keeping the legs going, and Richie carrying the pile with him inside the 22 down to about the 18, so about maybe a 6-yard gain. But he had been kind of platoon getting some time, but over the last 2 games versus Ferndale and O'Day, John, total of 57 carries for 315 yards and 9 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks. So not a drop off at all with Mason Uribe, who we have seen over the last couple of years, and we have called many games with him, and a big loss for Eastside Catholic, but no drop off with Richie in the backfield there. So it'll be 2nd and 3 to go. Ball's at about the 17, 18-yard line. McKeeler looking to his right. He's got a lot of time. Now he's under pressure, nowhere to go, and he's going to be set for a big loss back to about the 28-yard line. About a 10-yard loss there on the sack, John.
Yeah. The only thing you can say is he was looking for a specific receiver. You can't, as a quarter, you can't be clued in on just one receiver. You got to go the field.
Yeah, in a situation like that, and I mean, you got a great opportunity here. You can't take the sack. So now 3rd and about 14 to go. McKeeler's got 3 receivers. Check it to his right or to his left.
One back in the set.
So McKeeler got the ball. He's rolling to his left now, looking back to the right. He's got the big tight end, but just overthrows him. And he had a receiver there running post pattern. And check that. I believe that was number 5, Quentin Chandler. Or check that. No, I think that was number 6, Brandon G. And he was open there, but again, McKeeler just threw it way out of his reach. So to make it 3rd and long to go, balls on the 20, in between the 20, but a hold on the defense. So that's going to be positive yards for Eastside Catholic and replay the down. So let's see, and the fans on this side of the field, John, not happy with that call.
Well, when you look at what's going on, when that Eastside Catholic throws the ball good, if you're playing defense, Yelm, he's overthrowing and missing. But the problem is he's going at the receivers that look like they're open.
Yeah.
They beat the defensive coverage.
So that's a 10-yard penalty. So gets Eastside Catholic, and check that. This is going to be 3rd down. I said it would be 2nd to 3rd down. Ball's on the 18-yard line.
Double wide out.
So 3rd and about 3-ish to go. They're going to go in the air. McKeeler's got a receiver throwing it up high at the end. Oh, great catch. But I believe he was out of bounds. One-handed catch, but not enough room there, and out of bounds. And good defense there. That was Trey Smith on the defense for the Tornadoes against Brandon G. And I tell you what, that was a really good throw and an even better catch and great defense as well.
Ran out of space.
Yep, ran out of space. So 4th and 3, and it looks like the Crusaders will go for it. And, John, I got to say, I mean, you got some big guys up front. You got a big running back, 3 yards. I'm running it. I don't know why they passed it on 3rd down.
But that's Eastside Catholic. They were probably the best passing team I saw all year, really.
All right, so 4th down, and now they're going to call another timeout. McKeeler didn't like what he saw. And looking over to the coach. So 16 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. No score. We're live at Carl Sparks Stadium. Rick Dupree, John Yasutaki, along with Mike Yasutaki, Daniel Bellis, behind the scenes, making sure you can hear us and see us. Oh, I'd rather see the game than our faces, but it is what it is. So listen to the game. We'll call it for you. Yeah, and again, no score here in quarter number 1.
America's most wanted.
So again, a real interesting stat, like I said earlier, is that Eastside Catholic, this is their 7th appearance in 10 years and trying to get their 5th state title in those last 10 years. 4 of the 6 times that they have been here over the last 10 years, they have won it. And so pretty incredible statistic. And just again, you talk about a program year in and year out that's solid and strong. They're going to go for the field goal. So the ball is going to be spotted on about, or I should say the holder is at the 25. So this will be a 35-yard field goal attempt. They're in the middle of the field, so couldn't ask for a better situation. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's high enough. It's long enough, and it is good. So 35-yard field goal with 9 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. So Eastside Catholic takes a 3-0 lead here in the 3A state championship game.
It's a full house, Rick. We, thought that you can't hear me.
Can you turn John up? I can't hear at all.
I'm sorry.
Or at least for me in my headphones. There we go.
I was going to say it's a full house. We thought it would kind of diminish
the
snow, but hey, the snow's gone. Sun is out. Great day for high school football. We are here at Sparks Stadium, right adjacent to the WIAA Fairground.
That's right. Came off. What was it? 161, I believe it was. And right there to the fairground. So, with 9 seconds left to play here in the first quarter, Eastside Catholic leading Yelm 3-0. And a first half that has been played mainly on the Yelm side of the field, and I give it to the Tornadoes. They have made sure and have not allowed Eastside Catholic to take advantage of great field position, and now with the kickoff, if they can try to even that up and get the kickoff out, so it's a low kick and driving, and it is going to be picked up at about the 4-yard line, and there's a lot of pursuit there, but got some room here. Run. Cuts it up, breaks a tackle, another tackle, spins outside of the 20-yard line. And that was Aiden Shaler, senior wide receiver and defensive back. And I tell you, John, I was questioning why he picked it up and was able to get past the defenders on the right side, went from his left to right, I should say, and cut up field, and I think got out to about the 22-yard line.
And the score is 3-0. I'm kind of surprised because these two teams are the 2 highest scoring teams in the state of Washington. In other words, they score the most points. It's kind of a
that's a real good point. Yeah. You take a look at Yelm, and Yelm finished the season 13-0. The regular season and playoffs, they scored 676 points to only 137 for their opponents. I was looking through, and no one scored more than 13 or 14 points on them until the last 2 playoff games. They gave up 27 points.
To Bellevue.
Yeah, they beat Kennewick 36-27, and they beat Bellevue by a point, 28-27.
Last year's state champion. So they ousted there was no repeat.
Yeah, so Eastside Catholic, again, you talk about a juggernaut. They have just been, again, you look at what they've done over the last 10 years, but likewise, they have been a high-scoring offense, 12-0 coming into this ball game. And they have been tough to stop and obviously tough to beat. So quarter number 2 will start Yelm 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line. trailing 3-0 to Eastside Catholic. Handoff coming to the left side, and not a lot of room there. Coming up, making an excellent tackle. That was Skylar Shute. Ray Wright was looking for some room. And, John, we talked about this in the first, at the beginning of the game, and that is that Eastside Catholic looking to force Yelm to try to beat them outside, and so far Yelm hasn't been able to do it.
That's exactly right. And, again, got to take something away. Take one aspect of their playbook away. Yeah,
well, they're stacking the middle, and they're taking that away. And so now quarterback Alona looking, and let's see if they're going to call it a sack or an incomplete pass. He was in the grasp.
I think
they're going to call incomplete.
I think they're calling him down, I think.
Yeah, let's see where they spot it.
It looks like the ref.
Well,
I don't. Well.
So basically, Damian Alona was scrambling to his right in the grass. They're going to say they're going to let him. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass. So he was, as he was going down, past that ball, and they're going to say incomplete. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 for the Tornadoes at their own 22-yard line. And we are just at the start of quarter number 2, 11:19 to go in the first half. Eastside Catholic leading Yale by a score of 3-0. So junior quarterback Damian Alona's got 3 receivers to his right, and fakes the handoff now, looking to his right, and right up the middle, he's got a receiver and a catch and a first down, and that was from the coach's son, Kyler Ronquillo, and Ronquillo was right there, kind of ran just almost a little slant, and then cut it off there and received the pass, and Alona fired it in there.
Yep, that was a good pass.
So that'll be a first down out to the 37-yard line. So the Tornadoes trying to mount a drive here, try to get something going here at the start of the second quarter. You may be able to hear the fans in front of us. We're on the Yelm side of the field, behind the Yelm.
Tight line, one split.
Handoff
in the backfield.
And nowhere to go. That is the big guy, Braden Platt, the junior running back. And a kid that averaging over 100 yards a game this year, but nowhere to go on that. And actually, he's going to be stopped for about a 4-yard loss back to the 33-yard line. So
it's going to be tough running outside on Eastside Catholic. They react too well. Those linebackers, they were running They were running actually a 3-5 on that last 3.
Well, yeah, because Yelm is running such a tight
line.
Yeah, and so you've got the safety there. Now, faking a little screen outside into the flats, out to Ray Wright. And a well-run play there. So what Yelm did, John, that was a great play, is it faked it inside and sucked the defense inside. Right. And then they snuck a Ray Wright out there, the running back, and he was able to get about a 10-yard pickup.
Pretty good. Yeah, 10-yard pickup. There was a loss on the previous play.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 to go.
He just ran a little swing route, A route, B route, swing.
Yeah, circle, just send him out in the flats there.
Yep.
And so now Alona's got receiver split wide to his right, one to his left, 2 running backs. And 3 on the play clock, 2-1. They got to get the snap in. They do. The handoff, and that is Platt. Nowhere to go. Tries to bounce it outside. And I tell you what, the East Side defense so far is not allowing anything in between the tackles.
Nope, not at all. You're going to have to open it up. You're going to have to.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to spread that defense out and look to take advantage of the last play, the little flat pass out in the flats, and you got to take advantage of that.
Get that back out there because, again, you may have an advantage with the back on the linebacker, but you also have to have time to throw, and they've been chasing him around quite a bit.
Yeah, Alona has not had a lot of time. And a fake punt, and they've got the first down and then some on the left side and down the sideline into Eastside Catholic territory. It's number 30, William Corrado. And, I tell you what, they snapped it up back, and Corrado took it. And took advantage of it all the way into Eastside Catholic territory down to the 33-yard line.
It made it look like it was a snap that went over the head of the punter.
Yep.
And it was a fake. This is probably the only time they've used it all year. And it worked. So,
well, this is the time to use it. And they, very, very well timed, if you will. So the Tornadoes, for the first time on the Eastside Catholic side of midfield at the 33-yard line. Three receivers wide to the right, but a handoff to Platt to the left, and nowhere to go. And there's going to be a flag, and it may be a face mask.
I think it could be a face mask. They're grabbing high. Oh, no.
Holding on. And you know what, John, honestly, I might decline this penalty. You know, I mean, hold of taking back 10 yards, so you may take it. But, again, he lost a couple of yards on the play. So you're looking at second down. Do you want the yards or the downs? And Coach Dominic is saying, I want the yards.
Again, they keep probing that outside the tackle.
Yeah, and
there's nothing there.
Yeah.
They've been having success throwing the ball down the field, believe it or not, which is not in their realm. They're a running team.
So it'll be 1st and 20. They say 1st and 22. Check that. And Alona looking for a receiver. It was low, and the officials are saying, nope, no catch, incomplete. So Alona had some time, was rolling a little bit to his right, then had a receiver cutting back to the middle of the field, but the pass was just a little low and incomplete. So that'll make it 2nd and 22. And the reason 22 yards, the holding penalty is a 10-yard penalty, but from the spot of the foul. And so the spot of the foul was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Not from the line of scrimmage. It is from the spot of the foul.
So 2nd and 22 to go. Ball's on the 45-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. And Yelm wants to discuss it. And, this is a great opportunity, and Coach Jason Arranquillo wants to talk it over with his offense. So we've got a timeout on the field. 8:27 left to go in the first half. We are live at Sparks Stadium in Puyallup. 3A championship game. Eastside Catholic leading Yelm by a score of 3-0. One of the Seattle City of Parks and Rec, they are looking for a general labor. Pay starts at $25.58 an hour. Range goes all the way up to $27.19 an hour. Full-time position. And care, prep, and maintenance. Seattle Parks and Outdoor Facilities full benefit package. If you're interested, go online to governmentjobs.com. And that's with the Parks Department. And if you and they're looking for some young men there. So if young men or women, and so if you are in need of employment, you can't go wrong with that one.
Well, what about old guys like me?
Well, you know what? I don't know. I know I'm not trying. My back ain't gonna handle that.
I hear you.
All right, and the pass over on the flats there, and again open, and Raquel's got some room. Oh, but a great defensive play there by Eastside Catholic. Big number 77, AJ Tunupo. And that was a big gainer, though, and so a lot of pressure and just a little screen to the left side.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
And they got it to the guy they need to get it to.
And Raquel takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line. They've got to get to the 24, maybe 23-yard line for a first down. Now, John, one of the things that if I'm the coaching staff for Yelm, I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot of pressure up the middle. You run those screens, get my guys maybe a quick pitch, whatever the case may be, but handoff, no, check it, and direct snap to Raquel, and Raquel breaks the tackle. Five. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Like I said before, we talked about it.
Yeah.
He's their all-purpose guy.
It was a direct snap to Kyler Raquel. He sent the handoff to Braden Platt, going to the right side, and took it to his left on his own, broke a tackle, and almost made it all the way into the end zone, take it down to the 3-yard line. So first and goal for the Tornadoes at the Eastside 3.
He's got that quick burst. If you don't wrap him up, he will break that tackle and get upfield.
And he certainly showed it that time.
Yep.
So fans are on their feet, which means I've got to stand on my feet so I can see because they're in front of us.
Yeah.
And flag pre-snap, and I think they're going to say delay a game.
Yeah, delay a game.
Oh, those are the types of mistakes, John, you can't have.
Not at the championship level.
No, you can't have, and that's a tough one.
Oh.
All right, so with the delay of game, that's going to take the ball back to the 8-yard line. And, man, you just hate to see something like that. I know if you're Coach Jason Ronquillo, you are.
Well,
but you know what?
Breaks momentum.
Yep. Handoff right up the middle. Platt on the left side, spins, breaks a tackle, but gang tackled. He's going to take it down maybe to the 5-yard line.
Well, when I saw that helmet come out, I thought it was the head or a football, one of the two kind of thing. But
that was the helmet of looks like a lineman for
Yelm.
Yep. Landon Barger. Landon Barger lost his shell.
He has to come out.
Come out for one play at least.
That's about the third helmet coming off I've seen in this game.
Yeah, they have been. That's where, I mean, either they're hitting hard or they're not snapping. I know. Yeah, I never lost my helmet.
No, neither did I.
All right, second down, handoff right up the middle, Platt, and nowhere to go. Spins, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage and then knocked back. Yeah. So, again, nothing doing there. So it's going to make it 3rd and goal. Ball's at the 6-yard line.
That was a loss, actually.
Yeah. He was hit, spun, but nowhere to go. So 7:24 left to go here in the first half. Eastside Catholic leading Yelm by a score of 3-0. And it really has been a defensive game so far. And Eastside Catholic has been on Yelm's side of the field. This is the first drive for Yelm, but they have approached a bit on the Eastside Catholic side of midfield. And faking the handoff and Alona, nowhere to go, and he's going to be horse-collared. Oh, well, there was a high tackle, no call on the play. But the quarterback, Damian Alona, and he's going to be stopped for a loss as well. So now decision time. Do you kick a field goal? Do you go for it? You know, if you miss, you've got Eastside Catholic pinned way down on their side of the field. Right. Looks like the Tornadoes are going to go for it. We'll see. They're in the huddle, breaking out of the huddle, and I don't see. Yep, they're going to go for it. So 4th and goal on the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. Check it. Alona's got 3 receivers to his left, looking to his left. Now he's under pressure. He eludes it. He's got some time now. He's got a receiver wide open in the middle. Sidearm gets it there, and he couldn't get it there. Oh, he was throwing back, going to his left, throwing back to his right. It just didn't have the arm strength. Could not get it there. Had a receiver open.
Right. He's lucky he didn't get it picked off because there were 2 defenders between him and his receiver.
So incomplete.
Good try, though.
Yep. Good effort there. Incomplete. So with 6:07 left to go in the first half, Eastside Catholic will take over at their own 7-yard line. So the one benefit, if you will, if Yelm can get a stop here, force a punt, they will have better field position.
They ain't got no press. We got a bunch of people.
People walking up here, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
But hey.
So 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. 2 back in the backfield. And we've got a pre-snap whistle, and I'm not sure.
Illegal procedure.
Was it movement on the offense? Yep.
Movement on the offense.
So that's going to be half the distance. Yep, half the distance to the goal. So about 3 yards maybe. They'll take Eastside Catholic back to the 4-yard line.
And I will say this, Rick, watch out. Eastside Catholic has no qualms about throwing the ball out of here.
Yeah.
They average about 45 yards a pass this year that I saw in the 2 games that they played. We covered about 45 yards.
So McKeeler and the handoff up the middle, and
my gosh,
I believe that was our guy Richie.
Yeah, Richie
F.A.
And he got tripped up. Tripped up, and he would have been still running.
So Richie takes the ball outside the 10-yard line to about the 11.
Young player coming out. It looks like he's limping a little bit. And that's the other thing. You don't want anybody to get hurt this time of year.
No, absolutely not. So 2nd down at about 6 to go for Eastside Catholic. Man in motion going from right to left. Handoff right up the middle. There's some room. Breaks a tackle. Richie breaks another tackle. He's still on his feet out past the 20 to about the 25, 26-yard line.
This kid ran.
I tell you what.
2 games, 350-something yards.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. He is getting it done.
Yep.
And I tried to, I'm going to give this a try. I tried to spell it out phonetically. I believe the last name, Fudu Alai. Fua. All right. We'll stick with Richie. Okay? I'm not going to mess it up.
He is tough.
So Richie with the first down there, ball on the 26-yard line. Pitch out, Richie again to the right, left side, I should say. Nothing doing there. Good defense.
Good D. They changed up a little bit. Yelm changed up a little bit. Looks like they put 5 on the front. Looks like they had 5 on the front.
So a couple of black shirts out there and stops Richie for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 to go. Ball's on the 26-yard line. 4:34 left to go here in the first half. So this first half has come fairly quickly. And not a lot of scoring. Eastside getting it 3-0. You're listening to the 3A State Championship live from Spark Stadium right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And now 8 on the play clock. McKeeler looking to his left. He's got a receiver over the middle. Got him open. And a great catch coming back and adjusting. And trying to get the number there. I believe that was number 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 22.
And I don't have a 22 on our roster. I thought I heard him say something Johnson.
Johnson, right. Johnson, last name.
But anyway, a fine catch there into Yelm territory at the 45-yard line. So 3:49 left to go. Eastside Catholic 1st and 10 on the Tornadoes 45-yard line. And again, McKeeler in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And looking, and the quick out, that's Jaden Reyes. Reyes breaks a tackle, breaks another one. And Reyes inside the 40, a good pickup of about 6 or 7 yards there.
Right. A little dump pass out there.
The Reyes, 5'10", 160-pound junior wide receiver. And moving the chains, or trying to move the chains here. They gave him a 7-yard pickup down to the 38-yard line. And this is, right now, Eastside Catholic looking like their best drive thus far. They started it out on their own. Well, with the penalty, we're back at their own 3-yard line.
Double right.
McKeeler handoff to Richie. Richie got the room on the left, and he's going to be tripped. Oh, great play getting penetration in there was William Corrado, and Corrado with the tackle for a loss. Was it Corrado? I think I heard the PA announcer say Corrado. I've been saying Corrado. So Corrado with the stop, about a yard loss, so it'll be 3rd and 4 to go.
Double wideouts. 1 back set.
Plenty of time on the play clock. McKeeler looking to the sideline now. Richie goes from the right side, from left side to the right side, I should say. McKeeler looking to his right. He's got some pressure, steps up. He's got a receiver open and just overthrows him. He was looking for a Brandon G, and Brandon just not able to get there. Pass was beyond his reach, so that will make it 4th down on the 39-yard line. 4th and 4 to go for the Crusaders, and they're going to put it away. And John, I honestly, there's only 2:16 wait playing. I would go for it.
Yeah, you're on the plus side of the 50.
Yeah. You're the 39-yard line. Why punt it?
Field position, But again, the theory of field position put the other team in the hole.
Yeah, but even then, okay, the snap is low and misfielded, and then a kick off the side of the foot, and it's at the 26-yard line. So that's only going to be about a
15, 20-yard pass.
Yeah, 15, 14-yard punt. But good job by a kicker. I believe that was Adam Jacobs. And a good job of fielding a bad snap and then getting it off.
I just marvel at how many times I've seen bad snaps all year.
Yeah.
It's the most fundamental part of football. And yet, but again, these are high school young people. So,
They are. Well, we see it, at the collegiate level and at the professional level. So,
Well, that's true.
Yeah. All right.
Triple right. Uh-oh. No.
And then again, John, that's what we talked about earlier, something that we need to start seeing more of from Yelm. And so Damian Alona, I'm assuming to maybe his twin brother, Marcus, and Alona to Alona, and that's about a pick of 8 yards. Now Alona rolling to his right, and it's just going to drop it off to Ronquillo, and Ronquillo across the 40-yard line and a first down.
Got a first down.
So again, this is, and hopefully you learn something from that. Kind of roll the quarterback out beyond that pressure and look for receivers kind of out near the sideline in those open areas, find those gaps.
And Ronquillo is a very dangerous receiver.
Handoff up the middle, and that is Braden Platt, I believe. And Platt still on his feet and out to about midfield. I tell you what, I thought he was down, looked away, and he was still on his feet. And we've got they're going to mark the ball back at the, looks like the 47. We've got a
cramp
player down.
with a cramp. It looks like it, We've had enough of those, huh, Rick? We
know
what
yeah.
a cramp is like.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So Eastside Catholic player down, does not look serious, but
it is.
training staff coming out in the moment.
It'll take your breath away.
Yeah. So 1:09 left to play here in the first half. Eastside Catholic leading Yelm by a score of 3-0.
Again, I'm surprised at that score, Rick. Two high-powered teams that score a lot of points. It's only 3-0.
Well, and Johnson, let me ask you, as a former coach, as a student of the game, if you are on the Eastside Catholic side of the ball, if you're Coach Dominic, what are your coaching staff telling your team at halftime? In terms of what do you need to do?
Stay with the playbook. Stay with what has gotten us here. We know at some point in time the dam will break because we know we can overpower you. We know we can throw the ball. Same way on the Yelm side. Hey, we're here. We're undefeated. We saw the riddle of every team we played. So stay the course. The only trick play I saw all year from these teams was that
fake punt. Yeah.
And usually that it kind of tells you teams that just play straight up base defense and offense, they're championship caliber because they know what works and they do it very well.
And the player down, I believe, was David Lene, and he is limping off the field. But yeah, I think like you said, it doesn't look like it was serious. I mean, he's limping right now, but looks like maybe a cramp instead.
Yeah, he's a defensive tackle.
Yeah, and so we'll likely see him again, I would imagine. So 2nd and 5 to go. Ball's on the 47-yard line. Yelm on their own 47-yard line, trying to mount something here with 1:07 left to go, trailing 3-0.
Empty backfield.
And the screen, and a great move by Ronquillo. Ronquillo spun, got the ball. It should have been hit as he got it and spun out of it.
Big loss.
And and got some positive yards out to midfield. So it's going to make it 3rd and about 2 to go. And that's exactly what you're talking about. Kyler Ronquillo is a tough guy to bring down.
He's their guy. I'm telling you, he's tough.
So the pass out and caught and a missed tackle. And that's Marius Alona.
Yep.
That was Marius Alona with the first down.
Well, what you see, Rick, is quick pass.
Yeah.
Quick pass.
Exactly. To the outside.
Yep.
And so not letting Eastside Catholic respond to it. Timeout on the field. So 34 seconds play in the first half. And yeah, we have the Tornadoes calling a timeout. 34 seconds left to go in the first half. Eastside Catholic leading Yale by a score of 3-0 here at Spark Stadium in the 3A state championship game. So again, John, I want to remind our listeners, especially young people, City of Seattle Parks and Rec looking for some young men and women, and they have a great opportunity, general labor position. Starting pay or I should say the range from $25.58 to $27.19 an hour. And it's a full-time position with full benefits. If you are interested, look online at governmentjobs.com, and you can get more information about that and apply as well.
Excellent. So any surprises, Rick? No, we had that pre-game meeting, and we pretty much scoped it out.
Yeah. I mean, you have seen Eastside Catholic several times this year, and again, like I said, playing true to form. And Alana's got a receiver, and that's Ronquillo in the middle, and Ronquillo gets it and is upended at about the 22-yard line. So that quick pass, and Ronquillo kind of a slant or crossing pattern, and was open and made the catch. Clock is ticking, 22, 21, 20. Alona looking to his right, and a little bit low, incomplete. And I believe he's looking for Ronquillo once again. Let's see if that was number 5 or not.
Number 3. I think it was number 3.
For Trey Smith. Okay, so regardless. Incomplete.
Stops the
Now
clock.
check that. Yeah, that was actually number 4, I believe.
Number 4? Okay.
Aiden Shaler. No, there's another 3 out there as well.
Yeah.
Regardless, incomplete pass. So
either way,
yeah.
Stop the
Second
clock.
and 10, 16 seconds to go.
Ranquilo's on the inside on that spread.
Malona, he outside the pressure's got a receiver wide open in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, yeah!
Touchdown.
Oh, Alona to Shaler. Touchdown, and the Tornadoes are on the scoreboard with 11 seconds left to go here in the first half.
That's an excellent pass on that back line of the end zone.
And you hear the fans here. We are behind the Yelm fans, and they love it.
Yep.
That was Damian Alona, and he found Aiden Shaler, and Shaler found an open spot in the end zone. And Alona dropped it into him for a 22-yard touchdown, and Yelm taking the lead.
That is the most difficult line to defend in the end zone, that back line, you know. They're going for 2.
Going for 2, and Alona looking to his right. He's under pressure now, scrambling to his left. He's got a receiver wide open. He's got to get rid of it, and he's going to get and he just shovels it out of bounds. So
why would you shovel it out of bounds? Why don't you just throw it in the end zone? You know, I mean.
Yeah, you don't have anything to lose.
You don't have anything to lose, you know. Oh, well.
But, you know, it is what it is in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. He's out there and not me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I noticed that strip that's icy or snowy looking, it's kind of slick. I saw some of the defenders slipping. I would take that as my advantage. You know, I would use that, run more plays on that short side of the field if it's the short side of the field.
That's funny you said that because I was thinking just the opposite. Yeah. I'm going to stay away from that side of the field. You know?
No, but as a defender, you don't know where the guy's going.
Right. Yeah.
Put my foot down on the ground and take off.
Right.
Yeah, and
So what we're referring to is about the, you know, if you split the field in thirds going across, you know, the third of the field closest to us, which is on the Yelm sideline, was covered with snow, and because it's shaded, with the stadium, the overhang of the stadium, and that part of the field is shaded. The rest of the field it has sunlight on it and had no snow and is totally, I would imagine, somewhat dry.
It is.
But at least with no snow. But that still has some of the snow residue. Right before kickoff, they were still shoveling the snow off of that part of the field.
Yeah, they did also find the yardage markers. But what happens is when that thing gets cold, it's going to become icy, and you will slip. So
absolutely.
That's interesting.
So with 11 seconds left to go, Yelm with the 6-0 lead. The high kick is going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line. And 2 Eastside Catholic players run into each other and fall down. And fielding it was Andrew Needham, number 14. And I believe he ran into his own player, Tyson Weaver. They had a miscommunication there,
They collided.
So with 9 seconds left to go, Eastside Catholic will take over on the 23-yard line.
Yep. That was a pretty big series that Yelm did. It lifted their spirits because it's now they're going to carry that as momentum into the second half.
Well, that was equally important because Yelm received, so Eastside Catholic will receive the second half kickoff. They'll have the ball.
Yep.
And so Yelm, apparently, we have probably 1 play, maybe 2 left to play here. 9 seconds left to go. McKeeler back in the gun, looking to his left, scrambling to his left. Now he's looking down, throws it all the way down, heaves it, and the catch is made right there on the sideline, but I believe that's going to be it for the first half. And so the catch was made down at about the 33-yard line. Big gain there, but it doesn't matter because no more time left to go. So after 1 half here, the 3A state championship game, Yelm, the Tornadoes, leading the Crusaders from Eastside Catholic by a score of 6-3. I believe here, let's see what we're going to do here for halftime. I don't know if we're going to, what are we doing here at halftime, Daniel? Are we staying here or are we going to?
Do we have other scores? I think we have some other scores possibly.
We got some other scores. So in a moment, we'll throw it to Daniel. He'll update you on some other scores. And then we'll be back with the second half action in about 15 minutes here at Spark Stadium.
All right, we are live here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Daniel Bellis here with your halftime report from Sparks Stadium. And we apologize due to WIAA regulations with the NFHS Network that we are not allowed to show video of the game. But since it is halftime, we can finally pop the field there on the screen for you. So there you go. We can at least show the field during the halftime. So any halftime activities that happen, you can watch that on your screen during this halftime report right now with Yelm leading Eastside Catholic 6-3. And as Yelm has done all season long, they went for 2. But unfortunately, in this instance, they didn't get it. And they lead by just 1 field goal, 6-3. And guys, if you can focus that camera on the things that are happening on the field, if you can focus that on what's happening on the field. The camera. Thank you. Apologize for my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather, you guys. And we're, yes, that camera right there. Just focus it on what's going on the field. Thank you. Yes, and here at the half with Yelm Eastside Catholic 6-3. And we're showing you some of the halftime festivities here at Sparks Stadium, right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio, and taking a look at some of the other games, championships going on in the state. And there you see them right there in the 4A game that kicks off at 5 p.m. Kennedy Catholic, who Eastside Catholic beat in the first week of the season, is taking on Lake Stevens. And that's at 5 p.m., the 2 and the 4 seed. Of course, this is a 3A game. It's at the half. Eastside Catholic 6-3. In the 2A game, that kicks off at 5 p.m. with North Kitsap taking on the number 1 seeded Linden, undefeated, at 5 p.m. Royal and Mount Baker are at the half in the 1A game with earlier on, it was about 7-7. Royal scored a touchdown right before the half to make it 14-7. Royal leads Mount Baker at the half. The number 10 seeded Mount Baker looking to possibly pull an upset here, as they are the lowest seeded team in all of the state championships today, against the top seeded Royal in 1A. Then 2B, Okanagan, undefeated, will be taking on Napavine, also undefeated. That kicks off at 5 p.m. But in the 1B game, Libertyville and Mia Bay are all knotted up at the half. Over the first quarter, it was scoreless, and they both were able to put in a touchdown in the second half to make it 6-6. Liberty Bay and Mia Bay there at the half. We're going to take a quick little look at some of the histories of these teams competing in the state championship. There you see is the bracket right there. And Eastside Catholic coming from that 2 seed. They first defeated Spanaway Lake 29-0, blanking them out. And enjoying field position at Memorial Stadium, they then took out Westco champion Ferndale 35-18 before dispatching their Metro League rival O'Day Fighting Irish 35-28 in a game that went to 2 double overtimes before that was decided. And Eastside Catholic getting the upper hand just like they did in the regular season, 35-28. On the other side of the bracket, Yelm getting that number 1 seed. They took out Southridge, a surprising team from the east part of the state in the Mid-Columbia Conference, 51-7, blanking them. It was a much quicker contest against Kennewick, also out of Mid-Columbia, winning only 36-27. Yelm would more than that game controlled it, but Kennewick was able to make a late push towards the end to make it close. But Yelm was walking through that one, but they were not able to walk over to defending champion Bellevue Wolverines, as that one went back and forth the entire game, with Yelm winning by 1 point, 28-27, to get to this game, Eastside Catholic in the state championship. Look at their regular season. Eastside Catholic opened it up with a win over Kennedy Catholic, who is in the 4A state champion game. And they defeated that team by 2 touchdowns in week 1, 26-14. A very impressive win to start the season. They then took on their Metro League opponents: Ballard, Bishop Blanchette, Roosevelt, O'Day, Garfield, Seattle Prep, Rainier Beach, Auburn, Riverside, Spanaway. There you go. And not much competition other than O'Day. O'Day was the only team to give them trouble. Again, they met them in the postseason, of course. Auburn Riverside was the week of 32. That was another easy win for them, 48-3. For the Yelm Tornadoes, they were able to pitch an undefeated season as well, and literally no competition for them until they faced Kennewick in the round of 8, second round of state. It was blowouts for the rest, as you can see, at least 3 in the first 7 weeks, shutouts of their opponents. They started out playing 2 4A teams, blanking out them, Camas and Union, which is usually a big power in 4A, and then took out most of their league opponents: Kinsel Kitsap, River Ridge, North Thurston, Capital, Timberline, and Peninsula. Timberline, Peninsula, 2 teams that did make the round of 32, and were stout teams to say the least. They then dispatched Bishop Blanchette in the round of 32, the district crossovers, before beginning the round of state right there. Shouts out to them. In points per game, points allowed per game, Yelm is the class of the field in 3A this year. They have led all points scored, and they have allowed all points allowed. Eastside Catholic, the biggest discrepancy there is points per game. As you can see, Yelm has scored at least 13 more points per game than Eastside Catholic, although Eastside Catholic 5th amongst all playoff teams. But Eastside Catholic was number 2 in points allowed per game, scoring just less than 1 point per game, less than Yelm. So defensively, very close, but Yelm has been scoring a lot in points per game. You could chalk that up to possibly the strength of schedule, as again, you look at Yelm's strength of schedule. They have a couple of teams there that made the week of 32, Peninsula and Gig Harbor. But other than that, most of their league opponents were not able to even make the district crossovers. And Union being in a very low year for them, as they're usually a perennial power in 4A. Whereas Eastside Catholic defeated 4A Team Kennedy Catholic, who is in the state champion right now, which will be kicking off here about 5 p.m. And then some of their opponents making the week of 32, Bishop Blanchette, O'Day, of course, which they dispersed in the semifinals, Garfield, Seattle, Rainier Beach. Sorry about that. And all those teams making it 32. So that discrepancy about Yelm scoring more points, you could say Eastside Catholic has had a harder road to get here. That could be a reason, but it is what it is. They have definitely been the highest defensive scoring teams, but Yelm is the only one who could say that they are the highest scoring team in all of 3A this year. Again, there is your halftime report for state football championships. Currently in action at the half, you have the 1A game. Royal leads Mount Baker 14-7. And in the 1B game, Liberty Bell is tied with Nia Bay 6-6 at the half. About 6 minutes left before we get back to the second half of action. We're going to put the field back onto full screen. Again, once play begins again, we will have to go right back to the commentators due to WIAA regulations. We have all video rights with the NFHS Network for all video rights for state championship games. So we'll show the field until the second half begins, and we're going to pay some bills at the same time. So you keep it right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio, and we will be right back on your community radio station. What? Okay, no, not that. Shuffle.
Women are not an homogenous group.
We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
Thông điệp này được gửi đến bạn bởi Bộ Y tế Công cộng Seattle và quận King, Bộ Y tế Washington Chapter AAP và Wilson Ridge. Cho dù lớp học của bạn ở đâu, dù trực tiếp hay trực tuyến, tiêm chủng định kỳ sẽ bảo vệ cho con của bạn tránh khỏi các bệnh nghiêm trọng như bệnh sởi, quai bị và thủy đậu, và chúng giữ cho con của bạn được an toàn, khỏe mạnh và phát triển. Nếu cần trợ giúp tìm nhà cung cấp, hãy vào trang parenthelp123.org hoặc gọi đường dây nóng Help Grow Washington ở số 1-800-322-2588.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of StarTime. Did you know that back in the 1930s, Rainier Avenue Radio operated out of a supply closet in the Columbia City First Bank? Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
This is Paul Pearson, host of StarTime. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.
I'm Paul Pearson, host of StarTime. And when I'm not deep frying a turducken in a closed garage, I'm listening to RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Different rules apply when it gets this late. You know what I mean? It's like after hours.
Whatever gets you through the night.
Hello, I'm an unpaid spokesman for DJ Stavachi. I'd like to invite you to listen to his free-form music show. It's popular music the way it was never intended to be heard. Whatever gets you through the night, late nights, here on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Whatever gets you through the night.
My name is Keith. I'm a barber from Tacoma, Washington. When the pandemic hit, it did affect me as a business owner. I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. But I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me about what it could do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us. To learn more, please visit hereforus.WIAA.org.
Turn up your radio wherever you are to bring it.
Street Beat with Tony B.
Tony B will give you a chance to tackle local, national, and international issues that affect your community.
Street Beat. Street Beat. Tony.
1, 2, get down.
What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on RainierAvenueRadio.world, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Metro, Dade County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
You probably have questions about COVID vaccines. Here are some answers about how they're being made.
How are COVID vaccines being produced faster?
Usually, vaccine testing and production are separate steps. But because of the pandemic, vaccines are being developed on parallel tracks. So both steps are happening just at the same time.
How are the vaccines being tested?
Right now, several different COVID vaccines are in testing. Each go through multiple clinical trials with up to thousands of volunteers.
how do vaccines get approved?
Not all COVID vaccine versions will make it to the final stages of testing and approval. Produced vaccines that do not pass clinical trials will be destroyed. But for those that do pass, a team of medical experts will examine test results and possible side effects. If the vaccine is effective and safe, it gets approved and gets to you. Go to covidvaccinewa.org to learn more. A message from the state of Washington.
And welcome to our live studio audience for another exciting edition of Did You Know? And here we go with round one. Did you know?
COVID vaccine is free and easy to get. You don't need insurance for COVID to get your vaccine. Vaccines are available at many locations near you.
And now we're up the value. Did you know?
The COVID-19 vaccine is always free of cost. You can visit pharmacies, community health centers, and other health providers in your neighborhood.
And now for the lightning round. Did you know?
The Delta variant of COVID is a mutation that has health experts worried because it's twice as contagious.
Then for our finale. Did you know?
The best way to protect yourself from the COVID Delta variant is to get fully vaccinated. Get your vaccine today.
Find out more at kingcounty.gov.
All right, and welcome back to our live coverage at Sparks Stadium. I'm Rick Free, along with the Yasutake brothers, and the second half, I'll be joined by Mike Yasutake, the younger of the two twins.
Right.
By what, a minute or two?
2 minutes.
All right, and I'm sure John is is quick to claim that. I'm sure.
For sure.
Anyway, welcome back to Sparks Stadium. So, Mike, you kind of sat here and witnessed this first half. Yelm, coming out into the second half with a lead, 6-3 lead, and well played first half, but not a lot of big plays, not a lot of offense in that first half.
No, they made some good adjustments, and I'm sure they made some for the half. Like I said, the running back number 4, Richie Fotua Ali'i, he seems to be most effective running in between the tackles and the guards. Running him wide, he didn't have too much success, but they're gonna keep working at it,
Yeah,
it's
and I think you bring a good point. Eastside Catholic seems to have the size advantage up front, and I would try to run it between the tackles and see if I can get something going a little bit.
Right, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and yep. And he scored 9 touchdowns in the last 2 games.
Yeah. So he's a guy who definitely can get it done. On the other side of the ball, Yelm found a little bit of success, especially that last drive, Mike, and they were able to get their quarterback, Damian Alona, outside of the rush a little bit, outside of the tackles, and find receivers out there in the flats.
Yeah, and then you have number 5, a young man, Ronquillo. He's the Swiss Army knife.
Man.
He runs from the backfield, and he's also a receiver. Outstanding player, number 5 for Yelm.
Yeah, what I've seen of him, he reminds me of Christian McCaffrey, and the kick here to start the second half is going to be fielded at the 23-yard line by Eastside Catholic, and an opening, and oh my goodness, the runner, I'm trying to see what that was, number 6, I believe, Brandon, the receiver, Brandon G, and he caught the ball, and tell you what, he split a couple of defenders, and he was a step or two away from taking it all the way back.
Yeah, that was a good return. He read his blocks, he read the seam, he just got tackled. Otherwise, that would have been a long one.
So take it out to the 45-yard line. So again, Eastside Catholic, as they've had most of the game, they have great field position as they begin the second half here. 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the right. Handoff right up the middle. That's
Richie
F.A.
I'm going to try Richie Fotuali'i Ali'ifua.
Fotuali'i Ali'ifua.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And sure enough, they ran right off of left guard.
Yep. So he picked up about 3 yards, not a lot, but again, enough to keep the defense, honest.
Right.
And I'm looking at the right side, and the defense was stacked to the left. Rush is coming up and stepping up. Oh, great play by McKeeler. Steps up down, out to the outside across midfield, and a great open field tackle coming up is Aiden Shaler, who caught that touchdown pass, and he came up with a great tackle, or else McKeeler would have had a few more yards.
expect that they're going to try and look to number 88, Gabe Hoffman. They didn't have much success connecting up, but he's going to be key, I think, this second half for Eastside Catholic.
That's a good point. Hoffman, 6'6", 245-pound senior, also plays basketball. And I think he may have only 1 or 2 targets in that first half.
Right.
So it'll be third and about 4 to go. Ball's on the 49-yard line, just across midfield. Keeler's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. 1 comes in motion. Keeler stepping up, and he's going to be sacked. Oh, nowhere to go. He's sacked all the way back to the 40-yard line. Great defensive play by the Tornadoes. And leading the charge there was number 32, I believe it was, Kenji Scanlon, among others.
Yeah, that was a good rush. They had good contain, plus they had good pressure. He was looking deep, and I believe that was 88 Gabe Hoffman that he was looking at.
Yeah, just didn't have enough time, so he sacked it, spot at the 44-yard line, the punt, and hits down at the 30 now, and not fielded. And Ronquillo lets it go, and it's going to go inside the 10-yard line. You have to, as a punt, come on. Yeah, as a punt returner, you've got to get under that ball. You've got to field it. The ball touched down just inside the 30, rolled all the way down to inside the 10.
Yeah, he thought it was going to check down, but it just kept rolling. That's that Aussie-style kicking.
Yeah.
That it's a twist on the ball, and it causes it to do some erratic things. You know?
But you, as a punt returner, you've got to get under. You've got to field that ball in a situation like that.
Right.
Yeah, and to a certain degree, you have to be fearless. You have to be fearless, because even more so than a kickoff, the ball's come down and you got to make a decision.
Right.
So the Tornadoes will have it 1st and 10 on their own 7-yard line.
Double wides.
And looking to his, got a receiver there across the middle, and I believe that was number 44, Onyx Carter. Carter catches the pass and out beyond the 25-yard line, out to the 27 for a first down. So Damien Alona there gave himself some time by scrambling outside of the pocket there to his right.
Yeah, they had a double wide set too, and they dragged him underneath, and he was wide open.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. Yelm leading 6-3 here at the start of the third quarter. Handoff, that's big. Braden Platt is outside. He's to the 20, 50, the 45, the 40, still on his feet down to about the 35-yard line. And he was down, got back up, runs all the way into the end zone, but they're going to say he was down at, looks like the 33-yard line. So a huge gain for Braden Platt. And Yelm, tell you what, making a statement here. And as Mike, as John said earlier, taking that momentum they got at the end of the first half and taking advantage of it right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start. Just right off the bat, just coming out, guns a-blazing.
So Platt with the big gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 on the Eastside Catholic 33-yard line for the Tornadoes.
Tight set.
Student body right, and that is Ronquillo. Ronquillo cuts it up. He's got some room to the 20, the 15, inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Ronquillo made a couple guys miss, and the Tornadoes are moving the football.
I don't know if that's was caused by this side of the field, the shade side of the field, being the footing kind of slippery. I don't know if that had an effect, but he kept his feet moving, and they didn't wrap him up. They had him pinned to the sideline, Rick, but they didn't wrap him up. Yeah. They had him.
And I think you're right. I mean, they're on this side of the field, this third of the field, if you will, going from
in the shade.
Side to side. In the shade, that still has some snow on it, and it's got to be a little bit more slick.
Right.
So 1st and 10 on the 13. Handoff right off the left side, and not a lot of room. That was William Corretto.
Good recovery by Eastside Catholic. I think it was a little bit of both, but mostly he kept his feet moving, and Eastside Catholic, they didn't wrap him up. They didn't wrap up.
Yeah, on that last play for the big gainer there.
Yep.
So Yelm knocking at the door. That was a loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line, so they can get a first down just inside the 4-yard line. High backfield, single receiver split wide to the left. And the handoff, and that is Ronquillo. Breaks the tackle to the left side. The 10. and brought down a great open field tackle there. And looks like that Eastside Catholic player, I believe that was number 2, Tyson Weaver. Weaver came up and made a great open field tackle there, Mike, or else it would have been 6 points.
But did you notice that instead of hitting the hole at the angle, he drifted a little bit.
Ronkio kind of slid outside,
for the block to form. And he's a very, very tricky, very smart runner. I was watching him. Yeah, he set that block up instead of cutting up the field. He drifted a little bit, then made his move. That was outstanding.
Well, and like I said earlier, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, right.
Just because he's able to do so many things. Now, the referees, okay, there was apparently a flag they were conferring, and now they're saying there's a hold. Okay, hold on the offense. So that'll come back.
From the
and
spot.
I didn't see the flag on the field, but I think it was somewhere around where, it was somewhere around where the runner went down because it's coming back to the 19-yard line.
Yeah.
So it was beyond the line of scrimmage.
Right, it was down the field.
Yeah, at the 9-yard line. So to come back, that's a tough one because they had a big gainer there. So 2nd and about 15 to go. The pass, receivers are open. It's Ronquillo, makes a diving catch. Oh, and it goes out. Diving catch, but it popped out as he, the ground, he was not able to hold it as he hit the ground. Ronquillo made a great adjustment in the air and then dove to get the ball, had his hands on it, but wasn't able to pull it in as he hit the ground.
If I was Eastside Catholic Secondary, I said, do they have a couple of 5s out there? Because he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He is everywhere.
You got to know where number 5 is.
Got to know where he is.
All right, 3rd and what's that, 14, 15. 3rd and about 16 to go. Ball's on the 19-yard line. Got to get down all the way to the 3 for Yelm. Empty backfield.
Double wide outs. Yep.
And the pass. Oh, looking for Ronquillo. Nothing there. Incomplete. So Dan looking for what likely is his favorite receiver there in Kyler Ronquillo. It's incomplete. 4th down. So at this point, and Mike, we talked about this at halftime. Does Yelm have a kicking game? And we're going to see. Are they going to go for it? Are they going to go for a field goal?
Yeah, I don't see a kicker coming out. So kind of tells you that.
Yeah, they're not real confident in the kicking game, maybe, because they went for 2 points for the extra point instead of kicking it as well. So 4th and 16 to go. Ball's on the Eastside Catholic 19. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Alone and looking. Now he's under pressure. Now scrambling towards right. He's got a receiver open in the end zone. And let's see. They say Ty goes to receiver, but I believe the defense had it.
Eastside Catholic.
Yep, and they're saying interception, touchback.
On the 20.
So the Crusaders will have it 1st and 10 on the 20. And again, that play doesn't hurt you. Going for 6 or nothing, and
Well, there's no video review.
Yep, no review.
So
the officials call stands.
Calls a stand.
So they said it was an interception. So Eastside Catholic will take over with 6:57 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, trailing 6-3 Yelm with the lead. The Crusaders will take over their first offensive possession of the 2nd half.
Yeah, I think referees were looking at where the position of the defender was. He was in front.
Yeah, and he had his hands on the ball first. It was a tie. So handoff up the middle, Richie, and he's going to take about a 5-yard pickup.
They're hitting off tackle. That's the most effective play for them.
Yeah, 5-yard pickup off that left side.
He gets his hips turned upfield, and he goes. He just goes.
So Richie Fatu Ala'i
deep in the
Alifua.
Yeah.
And the hand up Richie to the right side, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. And forward progress to the line of scrimmage, so no loss, but no gain. Actually, they're going to give him a yard gain on it. They're going to spot it at the 26-yard line, and Mike, I think they're being generous on that spot.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure right there. But
so 3rd and a long 4 to go for Eastside Catholic.
Well, you see that they're committed to that. Two receivers wide. Right.
Single back, Richie in the backfield, along with quarterback Braden McKeeler. McKeeler now looking, he's got 7 on the play clock. Keeler gets it, looking to his right. Big rush coming in. Keeler gets rid of it. He's got a receiver open. And, a great catch down to the 30-yard line, I should say. Oh, my goodness. I believe that was Jaden Reyes, and Reyes went up. And they talk about high-pointed.
Yep.
The high end won.
Yep.
Reyes went up and grabbed it.
Good hands. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, Eastside Catholic, big play there. 3rd and 4 to go. And the big pass all the way down to the Yelm 30-yard line.
And Rick, the defender was not in a bad position.
No, it was. I mean, it was a really good defensive play, really good coverage there, and he just again the receiver made a better play. Richie on the right side and pick up maybe 3 yards.
Those some hard yards.
Yeah, they really are.
Hard yards. He's 225, so he can dish it out as well as take it.
They're going to give him 2 yards on the play.
Okay.
Getting down to the 28-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it's just like you see in football, college. You keep feeding him the ball, he's going to wear them down.
Yeah,
he may break one.
Yeah, exactly.
Know.
At some point, you may get a break there. Yeah.
Yep.
So single backfield again, or single back in the backfield, and now big tight end Gabe Hoffman on the right side splits out. 3 receivers to the left. 5 on the play clock. Snap. Keeler looking for Hoffman. He's going to throw it up to Hoffman. Hoffman. Oh, there's a flag. He was being held.
He was held.
And that was the defender there was Trey Smith, and Hoffman at 6'6", was there. Had him, yeah.
He had a height advantage for sure.
Yeah, and he had a step on him, and Smith just held him.
Just grabbed him.
So it's going to be pass interference. And let's see. And look, I'm not sure, is that a penalty from the line of scrimmage or at the spot of the foul?
Well, I think it's isn't it 15 yards because they're making it half the distance.
Yeah, let's see.
Goal. It's not a spot foul like in the NFL.
Yeah, I believe so, because they're spotting the ball on the 14-yard line.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So back to the line of scrimmage, 15 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for Eastside Catholic. So Eastside actually making probably their best drive. Handoff inside Richie, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage and is able to fall forward, but I believe it's going to be a loss of about 1 yard on the play. 4:12 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Yelm leading Eastside Catholic 6-3. And they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 14.
Gabe Hoffman is playing tight end.
On the right side there.
Right.
And yeah, he's had maybe 3 or 4 targets, not a lot, and no receptions thus far.
Right.
McKeel looking to his right. He's got a receiver there, and it's going to fall incomplete. And I believe that was Brandon G.
Ganashamurthy. Yeah, Brandon Ganashamurthy.
Ganashamurthy. Thank you. You're going to be our pronunciation guy now. Appreciate it. Ganashamurthy. So ball falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 14.
Yeah.
And Eastside Catholic has shown they can kick the ball. 35-yard field goal for their points thus far.
Yeah.
And this will be a little bit closer. This would be from where they're at now, about a 32-yard field goal try. Probably want to try to get the ball to the middle of the field so it's not on the right hash.
Hoffman's in the slot on the left side.
And looks like Coach Dominic wants to talk it over. So timeout, Crusaders. 3:38 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. The AAA State Championship game live at Spark Stadium. Rick Dupree along with Mike Yasutake. And the Yelm Tornadoes leading the Eastside Catholic Crusaders by a score of 6-3.
That formation that we just saw where Gabe Hoffman comes over and lines up in the slot, that's a play where they like to send him vertical and they'll drag somebody underneath. So just be
aware of that.
Yeah.
And he's a guy at 6'6". I mean, I'd like to see Brady McKeel throw the ball up for him to just go up and get it. Number one,
right.
But like you said, if he clears that out and there's some room underneath,
right?
Yeah, watch for that as well. So both teams come back out on the field. 3:38 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And again, Yelm 13-0 coming the ball game, leading the 12-0 Eastside Catholic Crusaders 6-3.
Same formation, same set. Hoffman in the slot.
And I like Hoffman coming doing a crossing pattern. And he's there, but they're looking on the right side. And it's going to be another pass interference.
Pass interference there. That'll be on the 2-yard line.
He's looking for Brandon Ganeshamorthy.
Yes.
And Ganeshamorthy draws the pass interference. So I believe it'll probably be half the distance to the goal and first down. Ball's on the 14-yard line. Let's see what that. Yep.
Okay, half the distance. Okay.
So they'll take the ball down to the 7-yard line, and the Crusaders will have first and goal to go there at the 7-yard line.
Yep.
So if you just joined us, it has been primarily a defensive ball game. No real big plays. At the end of the first half, Yelm was able to put together a great drive of, I believe it was about 80 yards, and took it in for the score. 22-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Damian Alona to Aiden Shaler. Did not make the extra point, and so they lead it 6-3 and hand off to Richie and nowhere to go. He's met by about 4 or 5, and the ball's out, but they're going to say he was down. Yeah, forward progress. Right, forward progress. Fans on this side of the stadium not like the call, but certainly understand it.
That was just a simple blast play, but Yelm was ready for that. They're looking for him to get the ball.
Yeah, loss of about 2 yards on that play, so it'll be second. Well, check it. Now they're saying 4th and 5. Okay, so I guess with the pass interference, half the distance to the goal, it wasn't an automatic first down.
Right.
And I just took that it was. So be a 25-yard field goal try. The kick is up, and it is good. And so we have a tie ball game here.
Well, like we always talk about, offense fills the stadium, defense wins games, kicking game wins championships. That's
well, and certainly we see Eastside Catholic, it would appear, has an advantage in the kicking game. So we shall see how that will play out here. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. We have a tie ball game, 6-6. Eastside Catholic, Yelm, the AAA state championship at Spark Stadium.
The Tornadoes from Yelm.
Also want to remind all of our listeners that if you are looking for employment, we have an opportunity here for you. Seattle Parks and Rec, general laborer's position, and pay starting, the range I should say, is from $25.58 an hour to $27.19 an hour. You'll be focused on care, prep, and maintenance of Seattle Parks and Rec's outdoor facilities. It's a full-time position with full benefits, and the city, as you might imagine, has great benefits. If you want to apply, go online, go to governmentjobs.com for more information. And again, in a variety of locations, there will be a part of a work crew working on maintenance, horticulture, comfort station cleaning, working on a rover, a crew under supervision. So a lot of opportunity. Anyway, the kick and returning, having some yards, some opening, I should say, on the right side of the field is Aiden Shaler. Shaler takes it out beyond the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it somewhere around the 36, 37-yard line. So the short kick, and Shaler took it out. So, yeah, 37-yard line is where they spotted. 2:46 left to go in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 6-6.
Yeah, basically, Yelm can just run their regular offense. There's no panic. Obviously, they have a whole quarter, and we'll see how kind of adjustments they make.
Yeah, we've seen both teams really, stick with what they've done all season long to make them successful. And a kind of a delayed handoff. And that is a Platt. Goes from right to left. He's got some room. Puts his shoulder down and lays a shot into a defensive back. Takes it out to about the 45-yard line. A gain of about 8 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 2 to go. They've got to get out to the 47. And the spot's ready to 45.
A couple of Eastside Catholic players down right now.
Looks like one with the cramp. Yeah, we have a trainer there stretching a leg. So not uncommon. We've seen that in this weather.
Right.
And it actually looks like both are, yeah.
Have you ever tried mustard, yellow mustard? I use that when I get cramps in my leg.
And what you do with the mustard?
You eat it.
Really?
Yes.
And that helps. I didn't know that.
Yes.
All right. Learning
Yeah.
something new from
Yeah.
Professor Mike Yasutake.
Yep, I tell people, forget the Gatorade, get the
Just
mustard,
the mustard,
out.
Yeah,
Of course,
both players, their legs
Yeah.
up in the air and being
Yeah.
stretched out. So nothing serious. Which
yeah. You notice I said mustard. I didn't say hot dog. I didn't
yeah,
say-
right. Someone
just,
say what?
Just the mustard.
They want the hot dog with the mustard.
Yeah, right.
Go a little mustard on there.
Right. Mustard on the dog. But no, yeah, it actually works for me. It's, I can just say it works for me. I'm not a snake oil salesperson, but the yellow mustard works when I get cramps in my
Right,
lower extremities.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio's live coverage of the 3A AAA State Championship football game. We are at Carl Sparks Stadium in Puyallup, and we have Eastside Catholic, the Crusaders, and the Yelm Tornadoes. This is Yelm's first appearance in a state championship game, and this is Eastside Catholic's 7th in the last 10 years.
Wow.
So I know, pretty impressive record there. But regardless of the past, doesn't matter because today, with 2:32 left to go in the third quarter, it's a tie ball game, 6-6.
So they're the New England Patriots of high school football, huh?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat. Last 10 years.
Yeah.
So both players go off the field on their own power, so nothing serious. Again, just cramps, and it will be a 2nd and 2 play for the Yelm Tornadoes while they're on 45-yard line. Handoff, and it's going to be a flea flicker. And the pass up in the air, it's short, and a horrible defensive play. It's caught, and he's going to run touchdown. It's going to go on touchdown. Oh my goodness, Yelm! That is Trey Smith. The pass was high. The defender had no idea where the ball was. Jumped up way before the ball got there. Smith made the catch, spun, broke a tackle, and there was nobody in between him and the end zone.
That was unfortunately misplayed by the Eastside Catholic defender. Like you said, he jumped up in the air when he didn't need to. Ball had not even arrived.
Right. And it was not a great pass. It was a very high pass.
Right.
Again, as a defensive back, what you have to do is you're number one, you're watching what the receiver's doing in his eyes. When his head's going back, then you look back.
Right.
You find where the ball's at. You can get your hands up if you're in between the receiver and the quarterback. But the DB, unfortunately, just leaked up. So, I'm going for a 2-point conversion, handoff up the middle and bullying, and he's not going to get in there. That was Braden Platt. So with 2:16 left to go in the third quarter, a big play, 55-yard touchdown pass from Damian Alona to Trey Smith.
That was a great play, great call. Like I said, they're not going to do a lot of misdirection stuff, but that was a shock play. That was caught Eastside Catholic a little bit out of position. But like you said, that was a misplay by the defender. And we'll see how Eastside Catholic can come back.
Mike, it never ceases to amaze me that, and I wonder about the coaching at the high school level and college level in particular when I see DBs, because there's some simple rules that you follow. I mean, number one, you don't want a guy to cross your face. You always want to have a cushion between you and that receiver. So what I mean by that is that, you want to keep him at least a couple yards in front of you, because once he gets into that, what we call the cushion inside that 2 yards, if he makes a break to the right or the left, he's got you. He's got to step on you.
Right.
Whereas if he's, 2 yards or more in front of you, you can react to that.
Right.
Second thing is, you're gonna want to stay with the receiver, and you basically react to when he reacts.
Right.
And if his head goes back, that there's something. I mean, and good receivers, not a lot of them understand this, but they'll give you a little head fake and look back and what have you. But most receivers won't. So if his head's going back, the ball's coming.
Right.
And that's how you've got to play it. And you want to stay on your feet. You never want to leave your feet. So short kick, high kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 22-yard line. And taking up, and then a hard hit at the 38, Tyson Weaver. And he's going to take it out to about the maybe 37, 36, 37-yard line. We're going to spot it. And let's see, they spot it, at the 36. So with 2:11 left to go here in the third quarter, Yelm with their second touchdown, 2 touchdown passes by quarterback Damian Alona, but they've missed the extra point on both occasions, so they're leading only by a score of 12-6.
It's a 1 score.
Yeah.
Eastside Catholic, there's no panic.
No, there isn't. But if you're Yelm, you got to like the fact that you have kept Eastside Catholic out of the end zone. You've only given up 2 field goals. So McKeeler looking under pressure. He's going to get rid of it. He's got a receiver and just throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. He was looking to his left there for a receiver, and the receiver was knocked out of bounds, and the pass went out of bounds as well. So incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders on their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, and that receiver's on the side where the footing could be a little bit tricky.
It is, but if you look like the 40-yard in, they did a pretty good job of blowing most of the snow off. So, but from between the 40 and all the way down to the other 20-yard line, still some snow residue on the field. This is artificial turf, but still. 2nd and 10, McKeeler
right.
looking to his right. Now he's going to step up. He's got some room. He's going to tuck in and run. Across the 40, out to about the 43 with forward progress. Let's see where they spot it. Yeah, official is between the 43, 44-yard line, so they're going to give it forward progress out there for Brady McKeeler.
3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 looks like. 3rd and 2
at the 44-yard line. I've been saying McKeeler, but I think it might be McKellar.
Yeah, McKellar.
McKellar.
McKellar. Yeah.
So forgive me, the McKellar family, if you've been listening. I apologize for mispronouncing the name. Brady McKellar, quarterback for the Eastside Catholic Crusaders, senior. Man in motion. That is Andrew Needham. McKellar's going to rush. He steps up. Oh, he has nowhere to go. He's going to be sacked back inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to spot it, I think, at the 36, but Mike nowhere to go.
No.
He avoided the initial rusher, but as he got past that one guy, he had another 4 black shirts coming at him.
It looked like they were man up. They went man up.
And there's also offense man in motion. They being Yelm will decline that penalty and take the sack. So they're going to say he was sacked 4 progress at the 37-yard line. So that's going to make it 4th and 9. And needless to say, the punting unit comes out for Eastside Catholic. And the Yelm receiver on about the 35-yard line. I believe that is probably number 5.
Stoppage.
Kyler Keel,
yeah.
So 1:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Not sure why the officials stopped.
Oh, okay. Reset the game clock. I guess
for 2 seconds from 1:02 to 1:04. So they're resetting. They have done that. So we'll run the play. 4th and 9 at the 37-yard line. Kyler Ronquillo back at about his 36, 37-yard line to field the punt. He's in the sunshine.
The kick away.
And kick away. And Ronquillo's got it at the 25. He fields it to 30, the 35, the 40. Breaks the tackle at the 45, knocked out about the 46-yard line. I tell you what, Kyler Ronquillo has a way of making a guy miss. So Ronquillo about a 21-yard return there. And he is tough to bring down.
He's a threat. He's a threat on all parts of the field. Yep.
So the Tornadoes with 49 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3, leading at 12-6. Take over 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line.
There's a late sub coming in for Yelm.
So quarterback Damian Alona. He's got a receiver split wide to his right, one to his left, 2 backs in the backfield. He hands off to the workhorse. That's Braden Platt, and Platt not a lot of room on the left side there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a good job of Eastside Catholic closing that hole down, getting upfield and putting a stop. No gain.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. That he got right back to the line of scrimmage and was met by a number of white shirts.
I don't know about you, Rick. This quarter seemed to go pretty quick.
Yeah, this whole game has gone very quick.
Actually.
It started at noon. It's only 1:49.
Yeah.
So it has been a well-played, not a lot of penalties, a well-played game. And the ball around a lot. And as I say that, the pass in the air and is in the hands of the receiver, then drop. Good defense there. The D was right there. Yeah, made the hit as the ball got there, and it falls incomplete. I believe Alona was looking for, I believe his brother, Marius Alona. And I'm looking, they're both juniors, so I'm wondering if they're twins. Likely they are. So
yeah, Marius, yes.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 for the Tornadoes. Quarterback Damian Alona in the gun. 2 receivers to his right, which is the wide side of the field. 1 receiver to the left. And the delayed handoff draw, and that is a Platt to the left side, but there's
very little,
nothing there for him.
Very little.
And I'm not sure, Mike, if he made it back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
That was, I know it's early, but it's almost like a concession play. They could have put in some kind of passing play.
Yeah.
They've had success.
They have, good point.
You know.
But they chose to keep it on the ground, so that'll make it 4th and 10 to go. And that is the end of 3 quarters. So after 3 frames here at Spark Stadium, the AAA State Championship game, Yelm, the Tornadoes, lead Eastside Catholic by a score of 12-6.
Yeah. I'm thinking is Eastside Catholic is going to get the ball. They've got to protect McKell here, and they've got to move the ball with short passes. They're trying to run verticals deep, and they've got the short flat, and they've got the hook zone. Open.
Take advantage of that.
And like I said, very few linebackers are going to be able to stay with Gabe Hoffman, number 88.
The big 6'6" guy,
Yeah.
We're going to take a brief time and throw it to Daniel and give you an update on some of the other scores going on games around the state. And we'll be back with the 4th quarter here in just a moment here at Spark Stadium. Daniel?
Thank you. Apologies for my voice again, a little bit under the weather, but we're able to show the field just for a second here before the 4th quarter. But here we go. Here's some games currently in progress. You got the the 1A game currently in progress, all knotted up. 14-14 down Baker Royal. That is now gone into the 4th quarter, and Royal just scored, make it 21-14. And also Liberty Bell is taking care of Nia Bay 28-12 in the 1B game. That game just hit the 4th quarter.
Thank you, Daniel. Short kick, a short punt, and Eastside Catholic will take over ball at the 35-yard line. So start of the 4th quarter, Yelm leading Eastside Catholic 12-6. We're live at Spark Stadium in Puyallup. Rick Dupree, Mike Yasutaki, John Yasutaki, or better known as Jay Yeezy, as Tony B call him, along with Daniel B behind the scenes, making sure that you hear and see us. And I know you love to look at our faces, but I'm sure you would rather be looking at the game at this point. Unfortunately, we can only bring you the audio call of the game. With that said, 11:52 left to go in the ball game, and Yelm leading Eastside Catholic by a score of 12-6. And looks like a penalty. I believe they're going to mark off some yards, Mike, on the punt.
Okay.
And they're marking off. Let's see. So a 10-yard penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty was. I didn't see the official indicate, but nevertheless, Eastside Catholic will be penalized 10 yards, but they'll have a 1st and 10, not a 1st and 20 at the 25-yard line. So they lose the 10 yards from where they fielded the punt. Keller in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield with him. And he hands off. And on the right side, that's Richie, and he breaks loose and then slips down. So I thought Richie was down on the left side and cut it back to the right side and across the 30-yard line. So a pickup of about 8 yards out to the 33-yard line.
Right. He made a nice cut. I thought he was going to be, he was contacted, but he kept
I thought he was down, and I looked down at the roster to make sure I had the right player. That I knew who it was carrying the ball. I looked up, and he was still running.
Yeah.
So a good second effort there by Richie Fatualihi Aliafua. And that is him again on the right side, I believe. Yep, nowhere to go. And I believe it's going to be no gain on the play.
Give him a
yard. They give him a yard.
Third and 1.
Fotu Ali'ifua.
Yep.
All right.
Ali'ifua. Yeah, they rallied on that stop. He had a little bit of a hole. I saw a little crease, and when he got to the hole, they had a couple of young defenders in there.
So with that said, Eastside Catholic, 3rd and 1 to go. Ball's on the 34-yard line. And handoff to Richie off the right side. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, but he falls forward, and I believe he's going to have a first down.
Looks like it.
Yep, and the referees don't even measure. They mark it.
Sticks are moving, so
yep.
First down.
So first down on that to carry. And Eastside Catholic will have a 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Here's Gabe Hoffman coming slot.
Slot on the right side.
On
they
the
have
right
trips
side.
on the right. Single receiver to the left. And, missed timing there. Coming in was a Braden Platt and looking for the blitz. And the ball wasn't snapped, and he wasn't able to stop himself. So that'll be a 5-yard encroachment penalty on the defense. And it's Catholic will have a 1st and 5 on the 40-yard line.
Well, Rick, if you're going to be offside, you might as well be offside all the way.
Yeah.
Because whether you're an inch offside or 5 yards offside, it's still the same penalty.
So the big guy there, Braden Platt. And the pass, McKellar looking, he's got a receiver open, and there's some contact there. Interception. And they're going to give it to him and not call a flag on the contact, Mike. I'm not sure about that call. But the officials
let him play.
And it's going to be an interception. Great defensive play there. And the pickoff, I believe, was number 2. Evan Bankston, I think. Again, I apologize. I didn't pick up. And Mike, I don't know if you saw what number who had that interception. But regardless, pickoff for Yelm. And so they have 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. 9:45 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, I think it was Bankston. Payne Bankston. Now,
so
Ronquillo split.
And off. And that is number 1, Ray Wright. And he's going to be... Yep, he's going to be caught in the backfield. That was David Lene. And if you remember, in the first half, Lene limped off the field. They're saying it likely was a cramp, and that was the case. And he's back on the field. That's always a good sign. You never want to see anybody, especially at this level, hurt.
Now Ronquillo's in the backfield.
Will they do a direct snap?
Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's
not. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a keeper and nowhere to go. Nobody was fooled on that play. And I believe that was
Ronquillo.
Yeah, it was Ronquillo.
Wildcat,
the direct snap to him.
Right.
And he looked to run to the left side there, nowhere to go, and he's stuck for a 2-yard loss.
There's nothing there.
So 3rd and 12 for the Tornadoes. They lead it 12-6. 8:40 left to go in the ball game. 3rd and 12 from their own 23-yard line.
Ronquillo split to the right now.
Yeah, he's wide to the right.
Right.
You have a man kind of in the spot there on the right, and then the receiver split to the left.
He's
fake the handoff, and now the keeper, and Alona will take it out.
4th down.
Yeah, he gets about a 3, maybe 4-yard pickup, slides down.
Right.
Actually going to give him 5 yards out to the 28.
Okay.
So that's going to
give some credit to Eastside Catholic. They bulled their neck and said, "Hey, we're going to hold you guys."
Yeah. Not discouraged by that turnover, and they'll get the ball back.
Right. They've got Eastside Catholic's got to open it up and quit looking for the long pass, like you and I are saying. That short intermediate.
Yeah. Take what the defense is giving you.
Right.
So the punt. It's a high punt and fair catch called and but then brought in by Tyson Weaver.
Right.
So Weaver is going to field it at the 38-yard line, which is where the ball will be spotted and where Eastside Catholic will take over. 7:44 left to go in the ball game. AAA state championship game. Yelm leading Eastside by a score of 12-6.
Yeah, the young man Weaver has done a real good job. Punt receiver, kickoff team too. So Outstanding job on his part. Well, we'll see what they're going to commit to on this. We've got little under 7 minutes, 7:44.
So Eastside Catholic with football. Two receivers wide to the left. McKellar looking, steps up. He's got the receiver open. And good defense there. They say incomplete.
Right.
As Aiden Shaler there knocks it away.
Yep.
And Shaler had great coverage there, Mike.
Yeah, he was hip to hip, right
Yeah.
with him.
I mean, about the only throw McKellar could have made would have been over the head of the receiver, and the receiver, going to get it that way.
Right.
But Shaler made it difficult with the good coverage there. He was in between the man and the ball. Right there.
Wasn't much separation.
Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders.
There's Hoffman split.
McKellar looking to his right. And, yep, they're going to call a flag.
He was held.
Yep, he was.
Number 3.
Trey Smith held the jersey.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was Brandon Ganashamurthy. And so
that was Trey Smith, number 3, right?
Yeah, Trey Smith called on the penalty.
And that was Brandon Ganashamurthy. Yes.
And that Mike, if I'm not mistaken, is the third pass interference that has been called on the Tornadoes, and the fans not happy about it. But that one, a little bit more obvious, as you saw a pull of the jersey there. 15 from the line of scrimmage. Ball was on the 37, and they're going to go all the way out to the 47. Yelm.
Right,
so Eastside Catholic across midfield at the 47-yard line of the Tornadoes.
Gabe Hoffman is again in the slot to the left.
And are you surprised, Mike, that he hasn't had more targets and doesn't have a catch thus far?
No, but I think they're using him as a decoy. But they'll go to him.
So the screen, and it's caught across the 40, the 35, 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Eastside Catholic, all the way in. The screen pass, and that was Carson McKellar.
Well, like what Chris Berman said, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling into the end zone. He made it.
And McKellar to McKellar, and touchdown. I'm trying to see how long that was. I believe it was about 47 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, cramped up. He's cramped up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was cramping up at about the 2-yard line, but he had enough intestinal fortitude to make it into the
get
end
it across
zone.
into the end zone for the touchdown.
Right, Rick. That was outstanding. That was an outstanding play. Now here's where the kicking game again comes into play. They're going to kick for the extra point, I believe.
Yeah, they will. And Mike, I'm not sure. So we have the quarterback is
Brady.
Yeah, Brandon. Brady McKellar.
Yes.
But now we have, and I'm looking at on the roster, I have 2 number 34s, a Carson and a Denver McKellar. So I'm not sure who that was, but
yeah,
it was McKellar to McKellar for the touchdown.
Yeah, we'll just say keep it in the family.
Yeah,
in the family.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Yeah.
So with 7:18 left to go in all game, Eastside Catholic ties it up and can take the lead with the extra point. But right now, the McKellar brother that scored the touchdown being stretched out. So we've seen a number of players on the Eastside Catholic team suffer cramps, and they're stretching out his right leg.
Yeah. Adam Jacobs is the kicker for Eastside Catholic. Adam Jacobs, number 8. Yeah. Oh, he's off the field.
So coming off the field now, and the Crusaders will have an opportunity to take the lead with the extra point. And they have shown they can kick it. They have a 25 and a 35-yard field goal so far in the game by, as you mentioned, kicker Adam Jacobs. So Jacobs for the extra point. The ball will be spotted down at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard extra point. All right. The official comes out of the middle of the field, blows the whistle.
Ready for play.
Snap is good. Rush. The kick is up. And waiting on the official. It is good. And so just like that, the Crusaders back on top, 13-12 with the touchdown and the extra point. 7:18 left to go in the ball game, and it is a tight one here. Eastside Catholic 13, Yelm 12. This is the AAA State Championship game live from Spark Stadium right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Very impressed with Eastside Catholic. They had that interception, and like I said, they bowled their neck and said, "Hey, we're going to hold you."
Yeah,
And,
maintain their composure.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe some other teams would have got their double down, but they rallied, said, "Hey, okay."
But I mean, as we talked about, I mean, this is their 7th state appearance in 10 years. I mean, this is a veteran program.
Yeah.
And not only a veteran program, but a veteran team. You have a coach. I mean, they've been there.
Tradition.
Yeah. And they know, they know that you play every snap until the clock says 0.
Yep. Well, expectations can go either way. You could cave in or you could rise to it. And because they have that history, like you said, that's a plus.
That is so important. People downplay that, but the fact that you've experienced it,
right?
That gives you a level of confidence and calmness, saying, hey, we're still in this. The game's not over.
Right.
And so Eastside Catholic, the kick, is going to be fielded at about the 8-yard line. And that is number 4.
There's a hole
there. He's got room on the left side. He's out past the 35, just short of the 40-yard line. So that was Aiden Shaler.
And I think Ronquillo laid a pancake block on Eastside Catholic kickoff.
On the kicker?
I don't know if it was a kicker, but he did a pancake block on somebody from Eastside Catholic. I didn't catch the number. But so he does it all.
Yeah.
He's put it right.
So they spot the ball on the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes, trailing 13-12. Got Alona scrambling to his right. He's got a receiver down the middle. The ball's up and up for grabs and knocked down incomplete. He was looking for Marius Alona, and the fans on this side looking for the flag. But no interference there, Mike.
Good defense.
Good defense.
Right. He played the ball.
Yeah.
He looked back. He played the ball. He didn't go through the receiver. He didn't grab him, hold him. So that was good technique.
Yeah, and again, that was number 12, David Lene. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. Lene, Lene.
Yeah, Lene. Yep.
But a good defensive play there by him. 2nd down, handoff. And that is Platt. Platt on the right side, breaks a tackle across the 40 and just stopped short of the 45. Throws the defender off, but he's out of bounds. They should probably spot it right around the 44, but the flag down at the 39-yard line. So I think it's maybe coming back. And now the official moves the flag from the 39 to the 38-yard line. Yeah, by the reaction of some of the Tornado players, I believe it's going to go against them, a hold. Yep, that is the call. And the fans here from Yelm, Mike, not too happy with the officiating today.
I would say so. I'll put it like this, Rick. If there was a plaza meter, it wouldn't be on. Sure.
No. It certainly would not register.
No.
It ain't getting no love.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so the penalty all the way back from the spot of the foul back to the 28-yard line. Yeah. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 to go.
Some kind of screen. Oh, he faked it.
Look to the screen to the right and the left, and that was a dangerous pass.
That was, yeah.
Damon Alona just trying to get rid of it, but he kind of lobbed it up there just to kind of a little bit carelessly there, and defender came in, almost picked off.
Looked like number 24, number 2 for Eastside Catholic slipped.
Yeah. And again, on this side of the field, the shade that we talked about, we referred to that there is still some snow residue.
Right.
It is going away. It's getting less and less on there, but still that part of the field appears to be kind of slick.
Like yeah.
3rd and 20, ball's on the 28-yard line. Alona looking for a receiver, high pass, and it's going to fall incomplete. So it'll be 4 down, 6:38 left to go in the ball game. Eastside Catholic leading Yelm 13-12. And we are here just outside of the press box, and again behind the Yelm fans on this side of the stadium. And I was anticipating much colder weather, but actually not too bad out here.
Oh, blue sky.
Yeah. And part of the field, about 2/3 of the field under the sun. And the kick fielded at the 35-yard line. Breaks the tackle to the 40, out to about midfield.
Good return.
That was Tyson Weaver.
Good field position.
Yeah, once again, Eastside Catholic has had the advantage on field position all game and continue to do so.
The other thing is, I haven't noticed that the receivers were having an issue looking back in the sun on both sides. At least I didn't seem.
No, I agree. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it didn't appear that was an issue. Just the footing on this side of the stadium where we are.
Right. So McKellar in the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, looking to his left though, and going up top to the receiver, just out of the reach of his receiver there. I want to say that was Brand, but let's see. I can't make out the number. But regardless, falls incomplete. So there'll be 2nd and 10, balls at midfield. 6:23 left to go in the ball game. Eastside Catholic 13, Yelm 12.
That was Asa Thompson, 22 for Eastside. Asa Thompson.
Asa Thompson?
Yes.
Thank you. McKellar looking to his right, and it's going to be picked. Oh, almost intercepted. Trey Smith stepped in, and a good play there by Brandon
Gashamorthy.
Ganashamorthy came in and played a defensive back and knocked it out of the hands of Trey Smith. Otherwise, that would have been an interception.
He was, Rick, if I remember correctly, he was the team. They had somebody bracketed him inside, outside on that one.
So tried to force it, and just lucky that it was not picked off.
Right.
Pass to the right, and it looks like, I believe it's going to be complete.
First down.
Yeah. Ganashamorthy.
Yep.
And that'll be a first down for the Eastside Catholic Crusaders. 6:10, the clock running.
Yep, he's the go-to guy in Gabe Hoffman. Although, like I said, right now they're looking for Gabe Hoffman to kind of influence the secondary.
So 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line, handoff. Richie off the left side, and he'll have maybe a yard. Not a lot of running room there. So, yep, be 2nd and 9, ball at the 35. But right now, Eastside Catholic in control. They have the lead and the leather, as Calabro would say. I know, wrong sport, but still the image,
double
you get
slots, yeah. They have double slots. Left and right.
Keller, and he's got time on the play clock, looking to the sideline. And it's down to 5 and 4, 3. They got to get the ball snap. 2, 1. And they did not get it off. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and just something you can't afford in a situation like this. You know, that's just too basic. You got to get the snap off before the play clock winds down.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing that kind of disrupted them, the Yelm player looked like he was in the neutral zone, so everybody relaxed, and they were pointing at the Yelm side of the line of scrimmage, thinking that should have been called. But if it's not called, like you said, don't lose your concentration.
Right, yeah.
See, they're waving it off.
They are, okay. And once again, the Yelm fans in front of us not happy with that call, so it'll remain second down and 9 to go.
Yeah.
So Eastside Catholic leading 13-12, have the ball second and 9 on the Yelm 35-yard line. And really all Eastside Catholic needs to do, you keep the ball on the ground, run that clock down.
Right.
And I'm not sure how many timeouts Yelm has left. I can't remember if they've taken one or not yet.
Trips right here with Gabe Hoffman in the slot.
Yeah, trips to the short side of the field. Yeah, ball's in the middle of the field, so on the left side, or right side, I should say. Now, screen to the left side. That's number 22. Breaks a tackle. It's to the 15, the 20, up the 10. And they call him out of bounds. Okay. I'm sorry, who'd you say? 22 is not on my roster. And give me, who is that again? So the pass.
Asa Thompson.
Asa Thompson. Thank you.
Asa Thompson. 22.
So the pass to Asa Thompson. And it will be a first down. So it looked like Thompson, again, may have had a clear path to the end zone, but he stepped out of bounds.
That
So
took a long time to develop, too.
Yeah, it really did.
Long pass at the sideline.
Yeah, they kind of had people thinking they were going to the right and then went to the screen to the left, and Thompson took it and got the first down. First and 10 for the Crusaders at the Yelm 24-yard line. Keller up and over looking for a receiver, and just a little bit beyond his reach again was looking for number 22, Asa Thompson.
Gabe Hoffman was lined up in the slot on the right side. He dragged up, he went vertical a little bit, and then did a kind of a post. He was wide open over the middle.
So second and 10 to go for the Crusaders. 4:41 left to go in the ball game, and the clock now becoming a factor as Yelm trailing by a point. Handoff straight up the middle, and yardage. Oh, the big guy Rich taking it all the way down to about the 15, maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
Right.
Boy, that was a load. He was running downhill on that one.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be denied, that's for sure. He put his shoulder down.
Would you say he goes about? You said he goes about what?
220,
225. 225.
This is a critical.
6 feet.
Yeah, I'm
6
sorry.
feet, 225. That's a big human being.
Big load, running downhill. This is a critical third down here.
Third and a yard to go at the 15-yard line for the Crusaders. 2 down territory, no doubt. And the hand. Oh, and met behind the line. Great defensive play by Yale. That's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. Oh, my. That was a slow developing kind of handoff. Mike, rather, I should say. And, it was deep, like you said. And Yelm just penetrated the line of scrimmage, and that's about a 3-yard loss back to the 17, I think, 18.
Yeah. That was like a deep handoff, and it was a power set. But because it took so long to develop, Yelm did a great job of penetrating, getting upfield.
So they're going to go for a field goal off the left hash. It's going to be about a 35-yard attempt. The kick is up. It's going to be short. It's no good. It is no good. I don't know if it was partially blocked, but
like it.
Yeah, Adam Jacobs just did not get his leg behind that one. It was well short, and it is no good. So Yelm, the Tornado, hold and a turnover on the missed field goal. 3:14 left to go in the ball game. The AAA state championship. Eastside Catholic leading Yelm by a score of 13-12.
Well, Yelm's got to open it up. They've got to open it up now.
Well, you don't have a choice. You have 3:14 left, and you got 80 yards to go.
Right.
You got to get something going here in a hurry. Receiver to the right, left, handoff up the middle, nowhere to go, and kind of picking and choosing, trying to get still on his feet. I tell you what, and the oh my goodness, he's still on his feet. And I tell you what a play there. Braden Platt, and I believe that was that Platt 30? Or was that number 30? The runner was actually hit at the line of scrimmage, kept his feet going, and then the pile just moved for another 15 yards out to the 35-yard line. What a play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes at the 35-yard line. Handoff, this is Platt. He's met in the backfield, breaks a couple of tackles across the line of scrimmage, keeping the feet moving again. Right. He's going to have about 4 yards on that. Should have been stopped for about a 2-yard loss. And we've got another Eastside Catholic player down. I'm not sure why the fans here on the side of the stadium are booing, but the Yelm fans have been in it all game long, Mike.
Looks like another player down with cramp. Looks like leg, it's lower extremity.
Yeah, and this, it's interesting that you're seeing this a lot only from the Eastside Catholic players. I don't believe we've had a Yelm player down with the same issue, but we've had at least 4 or 5 Eastside Catholic guys down.
Right.
And looking like cramps and getting the legs stretched out. They're not stretching the leg out yet here, so I'm not sure what the injury is.
Right.
But again, if you just tuned in, you're listening to our coverage of the AAA State Football Championship game between Eastside Catholic and Yelm. We have 2 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the ball game, and the Crusaders leading the Tornadoes by a score of 13-12. And if you don't know the name, that is Eastside Catholic leading Yelm by a score of 13-12. But Yelm with the football, and they'll have a 2nd and about 7 yards to go with the ball on their own 37-yard line. And once again, Mike, that is David Lene. He's been down a couple of times and limping off and getting those cramps. So, and that is a guy that's made a number of big plays for Eastside Catholic. They can afford to have him on the sideline at this critical time. All right, so the Yelm fans trying to get their team, spark them with some cheering going on here, and the pass, quick pass, and it is caught.
Good coverage.
That is Marius Alona from his brother, Damien, and out to the 42-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd and 3 to go. They have to get out to the 45-yard line for a first down, and the clock is an issue, Mike, I keep saying John, forgive me, Mike. The clock is an issue. It's a 1:59 and ticking. Yeah. And the handoff, Platt stutter steps in. I think he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Yeah, they're going to mark it shy of the 35-yard line. That is not a first down, and I'm surprised that Platt, the way he has been running, that he didn't fall forward, but he kind of was tiptoeing there, if you will.
I think he was looking to try and cut up inside the hole.
Yeah, but at a situation like that, you got to get the first down. Now 4th and a yard to go. The handoff, Platt. He's met at the line of scrimmage, bulls his way forward, and he's got the first down.
Yeah.
And that is second and third effort by Brandon Platt. Braden Platt, forgive me. And Platt made that happen. And that's what I want to see the last play, and didn't see it.
Well, here's the thing that factors in. Yelm has probably got to go for a touchdown because they don't have what we thought was a kicking game.
Right, yeah. They have not attempted a kicking extra point on either of their touchdowns. So with the 1:04 left to go, and now looking, and the pass down, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, the ball is taken by, oh, what a play. The ball was intercepted, and then Connor Raquel took the ball, ran it in for a touchdown for Yelm. Let's see what the call is. Oh, my goodness, what a play. I don't believe it. Tyson Weaver had the interception, and before he went down, Connor Raquel came, stripped him of the ball, and ran it in for the touchdown. Oh, it is good. What a play by Connor Raquel. Mike, I can't believe it. I've never seen anything like that. Come on.
It happened so fast, I couldn't tell. And then I saw Raquel running. I said, the ball wasn't deflected. It wasn't tipped up in the air.
Man, that is, you talk about a play, a heads-up play. Right. So, again, Weaver had the interception.
Right.
And Raquel going to tackle him, stripped him of the ball,
As he was
spun, and
falling
took
down.
it in. Yeah,
Yeah,
and took it in for the touchdown. Yeah, with 52 seconds left to play, takes an 18-13 lead.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I tell you, looking across the field, the Eastside Catholic, they're stunned.
Yeah.
I mean, they are stunned over on that side of the field. What a play by Kyler Ronquillo.
Well, like I said, we both saw it to be an interception.
Yeah.
And then
it was, yeah.
And before he fell to the ground,
he stripped him.
Yeah, he grabbed it. That was a heads-up play. Now they have to go for 2.
Yeah, you've got to get, you have to. So they're going to give it a try to put at least a 7-point difference here. They got to keep Eastside Catholic handoff. And it's good. So the handoff and then the pass, a touchdown. So it was a handoff to Corretto, and then Corretto threw it to Onyx Carter, and they got the 2-pointer. And oh, what a play.
20-13.
Yelm has stunned the Eastside Catholic Crusaders. Oh, man. Eastside looked like they had it and had the game in hand, and they were stripped of the ball. Interception stripped. Kyler Ronquillo ran it in for a touchdown. Then Yelm with the 2-point conversion and with a little bit of a trick play to a certain degree. I mean, not a flea flicker, but it was one where the quarterback handed off, and then the running back, still behind the line of scrimmage, passed it to the receiver in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
It was almost like the old-fashioned jump pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just flip it over the line of scrimmage.
So with 52 seconds left to play in the ball game, Yelm, the Tornadoes, in their first state championship game ever, take a 20-13 lead, and looks like they are on their way unless a miracle happens here, Mike. Yelm is going to win their first state championship here today.
Well, don't count Eastside Catholic out.
Yeah,
so,
it ain't over till it's over.
Right.
Granted, I understand that. However, it is looking bleak right now for the Crusaders.
52 seconds is a lot of time, so we'll see how they use it.
So again, on a play like this, do you kick it? Do you squib it? What do you?
No, you want to put them back as far
as you can, huh?
Yep.
And they do that high kick. And it's going to be fielded, touches down, and the players are not on it yet. And Yelm almost got it. Ronquillo was down there. Oh, man, come on. So the ball bounced on the turf, and the Eastside Catholic receivers back there could not field it, and the ball was loose, and finally they got on it.
Well, that's the problem with the kickoff. If it goes past 10 yards, it's a recoverable ball. It could be recovered by the defensive team.
So with that said, Eastside Catholic will have the ball 1st and 10 on its own 7-yard line. They got 93 yards to go and 50 seconds to do it. Stranger things have happened, but with that said, and you hear the Yelm fans in front of us yelling defense. Their deep pass got a receiver down the middle, and I believe incomplete.
Hit the ground.
Yeah.
Hit the ground.
So McKellar throwing in a crowd there, Mike, and a dangerous pass, and was looking for his receiver, Brandon Ganashamorthy, and it falls incomplete. So 40 seconds left to go. 3 downs to do it right now. 2nd and 10 on the 7-yard line for the Crusaders.
Well, you really don't have to go for the home run.
You don't.
You can get a couple of first downs because you still have enough time.
So McKellar looking to his right. Now the short pass. He's got the big tight end. And finally, that is Gabe Hoffman, I believe, his first reception of the ball game.
Right.
And he's out of bounds as well. So you preserve a timeout, only 4 seconds off the clock, and a first down out to the 18-yard line. And again, Mike, you make a good point. You don't have to get it all in one play. You don't have a lot of time, but a couple of plays like that, and you might be in striking distance, and you never know. So McKellar now rolling to his left and looking to his left. He's got a receiver, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds. And then they're going to flag. There's a flag. Not sure what the flag is. We'll see in a minute.
He took a swipe at the Eastside, at the Yelm player, excuse me.
So that was Asa Thompson. So I believe there's going to be unsportsmanlike on the Crusaders. So again, that's one of those plays. Again, you talk about maturity. You can't make a mental mistake like that at a time like this.
It's unfortunate.
You got to keep your composure. And regardless how frustrated you may be. So we've got 28 seconds left to go. The officials there at the 25-yard line are conferring right now, and they will give us the call in just a moment. But it appears to be some form of unsportsmanlike, and I wonder if they're discussing whether the player will be able to stay in the game or if he's gone. They're coming out now to talk to the coach, Dominic Daste, and so, yeah, the officials are explaining to him. We'll see what the call. They have not made a call yet on the field, so we're waiting for the officials to indicate what the call is. Okay, now the official coming out, and we're going to get it here in just a moment.
Ejection.
Yep. So that's what they were discussing, whether they were going to eject him or not. So after the play, after he was knocked out of bounds, Asa Thompson took a swipe at the defender, and so unsportsmanlike conduct, and he is ejected from the ball game. So again, just a play where you lose your composure. I mean, it happens, unfortunately. So it'll be second and about 14 to go. Ball's at the 15, or rather at the 12-yard line, and 28 seconds left to go in the ball game. Keller's got three receivers to his right, looking to his left. He's going to go deep. He's throwing into double coverage, and nope, it was intercepted, but out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, that was a Kyler Ronquillo. He's all over the place.
Yes.
So Ronquillo made the interception, but was not able to bring it down inbound. So it'll be third down. 21 seconds left to go in the ball game. And again, if you just joined us, Kyler Ronquillo made a phenomenal play. It looked like Eastside Catholic had an interception. Ronquillo stripped the ball. Well, it was intercepted. Stripped the ball, ran it in for a touchdown to give Yelm the lead, and they lead it 20-13 with 20 seconds left. McKellar is going to run it himself. He's got some room. He's going to get the first down and then run out of bounds with about 14 seconds left to go. So a heads-up play there just to get the first down to give yourself still another chance.
They've got to go somewhere to the sideline to get a first down and get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Because that was short of, he didn't get the first down, so it was short of the first down, about a yard short.
Okay.
So it'll be fourth, actually they say 2 yards, so 4th and 2. This could be it. 14 seconds left. 4th and 2 for the Crusaders. Keller looking to the sideline. 5-4 on the play clock. 3. The snap's in. He's looking. The ball. He's hit as a ball, and it's intercepted. And that's going to do it. So McKellar, as he was throwing, was hit. The ball went up in the air, and it was picked up by Braden Platt. 8 seconds left. Yelm, the Tornadoes, with the ball and the lead, 20-13.
Outstanding play. It was an outstanding
They got
play.
the pressure on him, and as he stepped up to throw, and again, Mike, in a situation like that, I don't think Eastside Catholic out of timeouts. I would have ran to get that first down. You got to get the first down at least.
That was almost like the desperation play.
Yeah, or have McKellar. I mean, he's back to pass it, and then he runs it. You got to get that first down.
Right. Stops the clock.
And just a great show of sportsmanship in the middle of the field. A couple of the One of the Yelm players goes up to one of the Eastside Catholic players, gives him a hug. You love to see that, and the fans here are on their feet in front of us here. Actually, I don't know if we can show you that or not, but you can see some of the fans here. And they just need to snap and kneel. 8 seconds left on the clock. Yelm leading Eastside Catholic by a score of 20-13.
Yes, I just wanted to say both schools represented their community and their schools very well. Congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Yelm. They were the better team today.
Yeah, came in their first ever state championship appearance,
right?
And they're going to walk away with the trophy. And that's what they're going to do, snap it and kneel on it, and that will be it. There's a snap, there's a kneel, and but they haven't started the clock yet. Now they started the clock, and it is over. The Yelm Tornadoes, your AAA state champion, they beat Eastside Catholic by a score of 20-13.
That's got to go down as one of the most remarkable victories for any school, with that interception and then the strip and the return for a touchdown.
Yeah,
wow.
Great play by Kyler Ronquillo.
Yeah.
And he absolutely the star of the day, the MVP of the day. He was all over the field on both sides of the ball. And I tell you what an exciting game you heard right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And once again, the Yelm Tornadoes, in their first state appearance in the history of the school, walk away with the trophy, a 20-13 win over Eastside Catholic.
Congratulations to both coaches, staff, both teams, and both schools. They acquitted themselves very well. And it's pretty clean game.
Yeah. Very well played game. Not a lot of penalties.
Yep.
Had a few pass interference calls there in the second half, but
it's all in the spirit of the game,
yeah.
I guess.
Overall, great game. That's going to do it for us. I'm going to throw it over to Daniel. He's going to update you on scores. But once again, Yelm, the Tornadoes, your AAA state champion with a 20-13 win over the Eastside Catholic Crusaders. Daniel?
All right there. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, John. Just going to throw those scores on there real quick. 3 state champions have been decided. Congrats to the Yelm Crusaders, 3A state champions. Congrats to Royal, the 1A state champion, after pulling away from Mount Breaker late in the game. 35-20 final there. And shout outs to the Liberty Bell, champions for 1B, with a dominating performance over Nia Bay, 50-12. That game was never in doubt. Liberty Bell winning that one. And an upset, because Nia Bay was the 2nd seed and Liberty Bell was the 5th. At 5 p.m., 3 more state champions will be decided. In 4A, Kennedy Catholics going against Lake Stevens at 5. Also, the 2A game, North Kitsap takes on the top-seeded Linden at 5 p.m. And the 2B game, Okanagan and Napavine will play in a battle of undefeated teams at 5 p.m. Thank you, everyone, for listening in to Rainier Avenue Radio. We apologize for not being able to show you the game action. There is a contract with the WIAA and the NFHS Network that allows no other network to show video during championship games. But we were able to show you audio and show the reactions of our commentators for you on the screen. So feel free to drop us a donation. You can see there in the upper left corner, donate on Rainier Avenue Radio. On Venmo, Rainier Avenue Radio. We also have a plethora of programs and support, and we appreciate your support in any way, shape, or form. It helps us put on more games. Basketball fans, we will be beginning basketball coverage in a couple of weeks here on Rainier Avenue Radio. We're going to regroup after this state championship game. We've already having people asking us, are we doing basketball? Are we doing basketball? Yes, we will do basketball, but it'll be a couple weeks for us to rest and get ready for that. But both boys and girls, look forward to that. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, the Rainier Avenue Radio channels for those. And we will bring you some basketball action with video, yes, from your Metro League. For all your favorite teams, Garfield, Eastside Catholic, O'Day, Rainier Beach, Lincoln Hale, Franklin, Lincoln, Chief Self, Ingram, Lakeside, Ballard, Cleveland, Lincoln. I'm sure I forgot somebody in the West Seattle, Ingram, Roosevelt, Bishop Blanchette. Yep, that all 16 of them Metro League basketball going to start in a couple weeks. But for now, we're going to take it to a regular scheduled programming, which you can listen to on our website, NFHSradio.world, or on our app, which you can download for free on iPhone and Android phones. Thank you for listening in. Today's broadcast. Congrats to the 3A state football champion Yelm Tornados. Peace and bless.